Wait a minute, hold on. Girl, they're saying that they're not seeing. I went on the YouTube side. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Did they say they hear anything? They still don't hear anything?
They're saying it's like some are saying yes and some are saying there's no sound.
Oh, okay. All right, can you guys hear me now? What the heck? Okay, on how? All right. Ooh, I don't know what happened. Okay, there you guys are. We've been talking for the last 8 minutes. You got Keisha's in the chat.
Hey, Keisha. Okay, you guys can hear us? Okay. Okay,
Oh
they
my
said now they
gosh.
can.
Okay, now I got to start all over again. Welcome you guys to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where Bree and I are going to be recapping The Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful for the week of July 24th through July 28th. We do The Young and the Restless first, Bold and the Beautiful second, 2 segments at the end, flip the script if you want to change a scene or storyline, and who's taking a seat. Somebody got on your nerves and you want them to go sit down somewhere. So we were just talking about the moving parts on both sides of the show. How, oh my gosh, it's just crazy, and we got a lot to unpack. So we're missing Keisha and Trish. Trish had a death in her family this week, so sending condolences to her. It was a tragic event.
Oh.
So Trish is dealing with that right now. So, we're going to send her prayers, well wishes, and everything as her family is going through this right now. As for Miss Keisha, she got to work this weekend. So this is coming into, I think she said, yeah, she's working this weekend. So we can't have Miss Keish on the live today. But again, yes, we send our prayers and condolences to Trisha's family. So
Absolutely. Prayers, condolences. I completely understand. I hope everything's okay and hope everyone leans on each other and gets through it.
yeah. It was pretty tragic from what she told me. I won't go into too many details, but yeah, it was a shock. So, yep. All right, y'all ready to? Oh, you know what? I went through there and read all of the summary for The Young and the Restless. Now I got to do it all over again. All right, no problem. I will do it again. Okay, here is the summary for The Young and the Restless for the week of the 24th through the 28th. Summer and Audra trade insults. Billy warns Kyle to be cautious, and Adam make demands of Victor. Phyllis' defense started to crumble. Carson goes missing. Tucker and Ashley are invited to get married at the Chancellor's estate. Leanna Love drops a bombshell on Jack as he and Diane plan bold defense, while Phyllis is disturbed by Victor's threats. Victor warns Nate to stay in his lane, while Diane, Billy, and Jack plan their attack on Tucker and Ashley. Phyllis has a fiery reunion with Jack and Lauren as Billy convinces Ashley and Tucker that he is their ally. The last part is Adam gives in to Victor's demands as Jack and Diane get married. Okay, I think we all y'all all caught up now, right, Bree?
Yeah, that was a whole mouthful.
I know.
Of mess.
That was a whole mouthful. Oh my God. All right, so let's go ahead and break this down. Where you want to start, girl?
Okay, well, I guess we can probably go ahead and get, I guess, Ashley and Tucker and Devon and Abby out the way.
Okay.
I thought it was a cute scene. Like, I completely forgot about Devon and Abby, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think after, like, Ashley and Tucker left, I was very surprised that Abby was even okay with even her mom getting married to Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
I was really surprised that even when they even had the wedding at the house, and he was like, wow, you want me to have the wedding at my mom's house? I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, he really shouldn't have to ask for permission for that.
Right.
But I thought that was, I was happy to see Abby's change her heart, and I was also kind of happy to see Ashley's change her heart a little bit about Tucker. She's actually showing interest in him, and at least to the point where her daughter recognizes it. So I was happy to see that. After Tucker and Ashley left, I completely forgot about Devon and Ashley. I think they did talk about marriage, but I didn't really care. I was looking at the decor, actually. I was like, I can do some DIY projects based
Oh
off of
my
what I see
God,
from
you
the
so funny.
candles. But in all honesty, and it's no disrespect to the actors, it's just I'm not invested in their love story.
Who are you
Is
talking about?
anyone
Are you
really?
talking about Devon and Abby?
Devon and Abby.
Yeah, I can't get into it for some reason. I don't know why that is. No shade to Melissa Ordway or Brighton James. It's just not it. It's just not there for me. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, and they try to drive it home with the well, we've been best friends for such a long time, but like I've never really seen any heat or attraction except for that one day
Mm-hmm.
when they had that really hot love scene. And they were all over the piano, the stairs, everything.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I'm missing out on something. But since then, I haven't really seen a spark. It's like Abby left Chance, then Abby moves in with Devon, and they take care of the baby, and then all of a sudden now they moved into the Chancellor estate. It's like I'm like, okay, if I read it in a spoiler, I'm like, okay, I can fast forward through that. Unfortunately, that's just how I feel.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just not there yet with that whole. I don't know. I'm just not seeing it. I don't. You like when we see Thomas and Hope. There's just a energy between the two of them.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's
Go ahead.
exciting, it's spicy, it's electric.
It is. You know what I'm saying? So for but I just don't get that with Devon and Abby. I just don't. I don't know why. I guess there's some people that have on-screen chemistry. Like honestly, to be honest, when I seen the little scene between Chance and Summer, I was like, maybe, because I'm not getting it with Sharon and Chance.
At all. He is clearly a long overdue rebound. Please tell me why they went to dinner and they went right back to her coffee house.
Mm-hmm.
He's been to her house for any and every other reason. They
Mm-hmm.
hook up at the coffee house.
Mm-hmm.
Then she goes to dinner with him, and Adam calls her out. Like you said that he was just a friend, and all of
Right.
a sudden now that changes. Like did something happen? I mean, tell your friend about your friend. I'm like, Adam, you're so messy. But she brought him back to the coffee house.
Well,
He is a rebound.
you know what? Honestly, Bree, I think they screwed that up. When they originally Kim test and send them on a couple of dates, it had to be like what 3 months ago. It was right. It was after the gala. The gala was in March, so it hasn't been like 5 months, right, or 4 months. It was somewhere in that period, but then they just dropped it. And then they didn't come into each other's vicinity. Chance was hardly ever on screen. Sharon was doing what Sharon does in the coffee house. And then all of a sudden they just came together in the past 2 weeks like a collision course. Like bam, I'm excited. I got a new company. Really? Let's kiss, go make love in the back room. It just didn't make sense to me.
And to be honest, it sounded like Chance needed a rebound too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it seems like they served a purpose for each other, which is just to have hot. Well, I can't really call it hot. It was kind of mild. I understand. I know you said it was hot. I know some people saw you know Chance and Sharon, and
Hmm.
said I was spoiled with Hope and Thomas, but it was nice. It was mild. Sharon Case has had other lovemaking scenes, but I thought it was okay. But once again, it felt rushed, like you were saying. It's like, once again, I can't get invested in them.
Yeah, I don't know. And even with the Audra and, or shall I say, Caudra, with Caudra, Colin, listen, I guess it's a, I think ever since, who was it that really started that whole combining of names? Wasn't it Ben Affleck and Jennifer?
Oh, Benifer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
back about
Benifer.
5, 6 years ago, and then everybody has been combining names since, and now we're doing it on the soaps. But with Kyle and Audra, I think they're a little bit step up from there because Audra is very sultry. She's a very sultry young
Hmm.
woman, so she know how to work the bedroom scenes. Cause I believe
Oh, yeah.
if Kyle was in there with somebody else, I don't think it would be as hot as they want it to be. She makes those scenes hot.
I agree. I think that's why she annoys me so much,
Mhm.
because she, I guess we could talk about like the scene with her and Nate.
Mhm.
Um, she is just so confident, very cavalier. This man, as gorgeous as he is, standing there shirtless in a robe and everything, and she's just like having this regular conversation, just walking like as she
Mhm.
owns every room, no
Uh,
matter what man she's with, even
mhm.
if she's in front of Victor, Adam. And I gotta give it to that girl. The actress who's playing her,
Who? You talking
well
about Audra?
done. Yeah, for the one who plays Audra.
Yeah, Zalukia Silver. Zalika Silver. I think that's how you pronounce her name. But go ahead.
She is knocking it out of the park in this role. My only fear is usually when someone who has an ego, and they, they get a little ahead of themselves, they end up like Ashlyn.
Mhm.
So I like you, girl, but I hope they don't write you into, sit next to Ashlyn. But well done, well done.
Yeah. And I know we got off because we were talking about Ashley and that whole thing. I gotta say with Abby, I think she kind of lowered her tone in regards to how she feel about Tucker. Because remember, before her own personal cheating scandal with Devon, the biggest issue that she had with Tucker was the fact that Tucker cheated on her mom. So now that, of course, she's become, had that same similar scandal herself, she can't really throw stones in a glass house now. She might not like him because of how he moved, because he is slithery. But at the same time, all of that noise that she used to tell her mom, he cheated on you. She can't really sing that song anymore because she did the exact same thing to Chance. So I think that's why
Not,
she. Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, not only that, Tucker is not the only man who has cheated on her mom.
Yeah. I
There's
know.
been several men. Just saying. Unfortunately, there's been several. And not to mention, Abby is known as a serial cheater.
Mhm.
Cause she slept with what, both of Summer's husbands
Mhm.
and Victoria's husband, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is just what she does. And Devon is a cheater, so there you go. It's a match made in heaven. Yay.
Exactly.
Um,
So let me ask you this, Bree. Why do you think she actually mellowed to the fact of even trying to facilitate a wedding for them?
I think I would hope that this Abby has aged and matured, because years before Abby, spoiled rich girl, the naked heiress, she was, flaunting her money. She didn't really have a care in the world except for herself. And I think after going through marriages and then having a miscarriage,
Mhm.
and then almost losing her husband and then trying to, have a baby, then having the baby. She just went through a bit of a journey herself. I think maybe she just matured a little bit. Like, you can't really stop your mom at this point. Like, what are you
Right.
going to do? Tell her no? That's not going to stop Ashley.
Now, I got it. Oh,
Um,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, no, you're fine. But I think she's just grown and mature, to be honest.
Well, here's the other interesting thing is what happened today at the club with Abby and her mom when they, sat down and tried to plan this wedding. She put it on the table when Ashley was trying to get her to take sides, and she was like, wait a minute, you're doing the exact same thing that you trying to accuse Jack and Diane of by marrying Tucker. And I'm like, there you go, Abby. I mean, it exactly is. They're both marrying sketchy people. I mean, as much as Diane is looking like, and I know Jenna is going to have a fit with this one, but as much as Diane looks or seems to be trying to redeem herself, she still have a very, very sketchy history. You can't ignore it, right? Same thing with
Well,
Tucker.
I'm sorry, I was going to say all of Genoa City is sketchy.
Exactly. But it's the same thing with Tucker. He coming to town trying to do all this stuff, take over Jabot, get with Ashley. It took a year to get here to this point. But the fact of the matter, he got here and he's sketchy. So as much as they're trying to throw rocks at each other, like, oh, Diane is a horrible person, Tucker, so are you. you know.
Yeah. I mean, he's just funny and cavalier about it. At least I get a joke or two with him.
Right. I mean, yeah, he is hilarious. I like the actor. He is too funny. He brings a form of comedic relief. But, I just
he
find... Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say there was. Remember the scene as they were leaving the jazz club and Adam was walking in. He was like, "I figured you would be like a honky tonk guy or like a country guy," and that was a funny scene. I
Mm-hmm.
like how he just takes small moments and then he just makes it bigger. I think that's good. Props to the actor because I really enjoy Tucker on my screen.
Yeah, he's funny. I mean, sometimes I look for his witty banter to just pop out of nowhere. He'll come over and say, hey, have a good night. Something crazy. After a whole explosion, he'll have something really off the wall to say at the end of it all. You know what I'm saying? It's just too funny.
Hmm. Absolutely, I agree.
Now, J Money said Tucker is more sketchy than Diane at this point. What do you think? Do you think they're equal, or do you think one is more sketchy than the other?
I would say at this point, present day, Tucker is more sketchy than Diane. Because right now, Diane is running the Redemption Olympics, and right now she's at silver. Well, actually, correction, she's at gold. She got the ring. She's officially an Abbott. That dress she wore at the end, she's officially a rich, rich, rich woman. So she is on her way to redemption, whereas Tucker is focused on trying to please Ashley, and by any means necessary, he'll blackmail, he'll scam. So I would say he's sketchy at this point. Not to say Diane's sketchy. It's just they're giving her all the glory right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I mean, they are really trying to redeem this character. Now, of course, probably as long if I don't know how long Susan is going to be on, or what her contract look like, or whatever. But if she's here for a long-term purpose, they're going to have to throw a curveball in that, unless they're going to have them two be just the matriarch and the patriarch of the Abbott family. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what we see with Victor. Victor, I mean, yes, he caused problems with his family, but he's not in that whole mess of dealing with all this other nonsense that usually happen in Genoa City. They just kind of left him and Nikki alone when it comes to relationships. So I'm wondering, is this going to be the end all for Jack, or more than likely they'll probably explode somewhere down the line? Because leave it up to Jenna Corsentino. She's hiding something.
Diane is always hiding something.
Diane is always hiding something. And
I
this,
feel
mm-hmm.
Victor and Nikki. I mean, the, they've had so many love triangles, love storyline, marriages and divorces. I'm glad they retired all of that up and said, you know what, we're just going to write this out. We're going to stick together. And I'm glad the writers just left them that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Diane is the end all for Jack. I personally feel that's Phyllis. I feel at the end it is going to be Phyllis.
I don't know about that. And I'll tell you why, but go ahead. I'll let you finish.
This man has forgiven her for the heinous of things.
Mm-hmm.
This man has always loved her. He has always wanted a child with her. This man has had far more history with Phyllis than he did Diane, or actually with any of the women on the show, with most of the women on the show. I think a close second would be Nikki.
Okay.
But Phyllis, I feel, is the end all be all for Jack. They are perfect examples of opposites attract, but I feel it works to me.
I honestly, okay, so I've been doing a lot of research of what's coming up, of course, you know, and there's been some speculation that they're trying to put Phyllis back in Nick's orbit. Oh, dang. Keisha said, oh, Keisha want to come in. Okay. Hold on.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Keish. Wait a minute. I got to find that. But go ahead. What is your thoughts on that?
I mean, she's back on Nick's rotation. I knew she was always there. I figured it would be Sharon, but I guess the writers want to mix it up a little bit and go counterclockwise. So we're going to go from Sally to then Phyllis and then to Sharon. I guess if you know, if that's what the writers are going with. But when I felt they were Kim testing Adam and Phyllis. Does anyone else feel the same?
No. She's about to use him for a purpose. There's a purpose behind that.
I felt they were Kim testing. I feel, I don't know. I just sense something with that. And plus he's the only other Newman she hasn't been with. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like Adam's like at a low point in his life. Phyllis is at a low point in her life. It could benefit, especially since he's trying to offer her a job.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So she said, I'm running back and forth washing clothes and packing for a flight home, but I'll be done by the time Bold starts. Oh, she want to come in for Bold.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay. I'm just typing. Just come in when you're ready. You have the link, Keish. Okay. All right. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, there's been some things on the rumor mill about the fact that they're probably trying to piece Nick back together and Sharon back with Adam, and you see they're Kim testing this whole thing with Chance and Summer, which I'm kind of curious about that one. Do you find Chance and Summer interesting?
To be honest, I feel Summer's character has had like hotter connections. When I look back at like Chance's like love connections, I like, even if it's like a hot scene, I honestly felt like him and Heather, Chance and Heather, I felt like they had really incredible chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought, like, since they brought Val back to play Heather, I figured they would, bring Heather and Chance together. But as far as like Summer and Chance, I don't see that at all. I would need to not see her cry and whine for me to see if they might actually have some chemistry.
You are hilarious. You said I don't want her crying on screen anymore. And here's the thing: a lot of folks
Yeah.
think that the Allison Lanier is so much younger than Connor Floyd, and actually they're only a year apart. And
Who's older?
I forgot who was, but I know it said they're only a year apart. And so, if they are trying to, I guess she looks so much younger, and then he looks more mature. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why, people are like kind of concerned about that. But in real life, the actor and the actress is a year apart from each other. So I guess that's why maybe they're trying it out to kind of see where it goes, because we get a little bit of some what would look like to be a date next week between those two.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they're gonna go on a little picnic date next week.
See, these girls are not interested in this. A picnic date. Picnic date. Absolutely nothing wrong. But I feel like if Summer is going, if Summer and Chance are going to get together, Summer is using Chance to make Kyle nervous.
Uh,
Because she is so gun ho on wanting Kyle back. She would use Chance for sure.
really? I don't
This is Victor
know. I
Newman's
mean,
granddaughter.
well, here's the thing. I mean, Chance has been like really nice to her, and if you need somebody to talk to, you can always call on me. And then like the picture that I have on the screen, he tried to put a smile on her face, and and then she looked like wow, this guy is really. And it looked like from my point of view, that she really is enjoying the attention that he's given her, even though she's coming out of the tail end of this whole craziness with her and Kyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm glad to I'm glad to kind of see a little bit of Chance's personality, because like the character himself is like very stoic, and he's this war hero and cop and all of this, and
Mhm.
so we never really get to see his personality as much. I will say with this actor,
Mhm.
I will say he's really killing it as Chance.
Mhm.
Not no shade to the other actors who played Chance, but I actually really like him. When he did that scene with Sharon, um, even though I didn't care for the scene, I cared for him. He looks, ooh wee, that is a great looking man. Chance is very sexy to
You think
me.
so?
Um, yeah,
Okay,
like I don't know
so
what it's the ruggedness, or I was like, oh, he's a whole man.
you're so funny. All right, so hold on one second. I'm gonna show you guys. This is, I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna do it for this one because I think it is so cute. So take a look at. Are you watching from? Can you see the YouTube side? I think you
Yes, I
can, right?
can.
Okay, so I'm gonna shut that down, and then I'll show you guys the picnic. It should be coming up very shortly. Okay, hold on. Because I know sometimes YouTube is a little bit behind us. Let me know if you can. It's not up yet. Oh, it's so slow. Come on. There we go. It's coming up.
Oh,
That's the little
you know
picnic
what?
date.
You know what it looks like? They look like the picture, like when you buy like a picture frame, they look like that picture that comes with it.
You silly. I think she looks so happy. They're like they're having fun. So, yeah. So I usually try to save those for my spoilers that I do on the weekend. But you know what? I'll just throw it out here. So, yeah, that's going to be the little picnic date next week.
That is like every picture frame I bought.
Wait a minute. You trying to say it looked professionally posed and staged?
What is he pointing to? And she's
Well,
looking directly at us. He's pointing, and she's
Girl, you are so crazy. It's probably something, maybe they spotted some birds or something like that. Who knows? I like picnic dates. I like simple dates, actually. I'm into
Oh,
the,
absolutely.
yeah, I like the coffee shop dates or going for a walk in the park or sitting by the lake talking. So I honestly, when I saw this spoiler, I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. Now the problem
And
with
I'll be
this is
here for it.
what you say. What you say? I'm here for it. Look at it. Jay Money
I'm
said
here.
he's pointing at Sharon and laughing. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. All right, back to what we were doing. Okay, let me go back to Young and the Restless. But yeah, I just had to put that out. I think they actually have a little bit of chemistry myself. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll have to see how it all play out. Because they've been chem testing these two for a while.
Yes,
And,
they have.
yeah. And so, I don't know why they threw Sharon in the middle of that. Unless they're trying to create some type of triangle. You know what I'm saying? Because why would you...
I would.
Go ahead.
Why would they? Sharon's a little too old to be in another triangle with her ex-husband's daughter.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Why? Just why?
Yeah, I hope that Sharon and Chance just use each other as a rebound and they can just move on, and go from there. But I would be definitely here for Summer and Chance if it gives. I'm very curious to see what happens with them. Like I said, I just want to be invested. But as of right now, I am definitely invested in Chance. He looked really good at that dinner table. I was looking at the
Well, I
pictures
mean,
as we were
honestly,
talking. I was
okay,
like, oh
but you know what?
God.
Let's go back to the whole scene in the back room. Actually, I think as much as Sharon has a history of doing love scenes on this show, he wasn't too shabby. They had his hair with the little pip hanging down. The dude is kind of like, one of those, um, I don't want to. What do they call it? I'm trying to put a term to it, and I don't want to misquote. But Chance wasn't so bad looking in that scene.
Mm-mm. No, it
I just
was
didn't like him with
hot.
Sharon.
Yeah. Like if I were to rate it for like 1 to 10, I would give it maybe like a 6, maybe 6.5. Once again, we've just been spoiled with this different love scenes, and
With
if they
Thomas,
go,
with Thomas and Hope.
yes. Well, even on YNR, I would rate Audra and Kyle a little bit hotter than Sharon and Chance, just a little bit.
Did you see
But
Jenna's comments? Oh my God, she's making it known that Chance is hot.
is that your man, Jenna? Claim your man. Claim your man.
Jenna is claiming Chance in the chat. But I mean, honestly, yeah, when I saw him, I'm like, okay, Chance. We didn't get that when he was with Abby.
No, at all.
At
It had,
all.
like, had she seen what we've seen, she wouldn't have cheated on him with Devon.
I
Um,
know.
I mean, if she's seen what we've seen, I mean, I would have stayed married. Like, I would have been great. Okay. And you're a
Mm-hmm.
war hero too? Oh, nice. But, she went with the billionaire, with the handsome billionaire with all the tattoos. But okay. Um,
You so funny. Yeah. I got a little eye candy for Jenna, but go ahead.
but yeah, Jenna, claim your man. I have two men. I have one on each show. And after this week, I'm not ashamed to say it. We Nate is a gorgeous man. I cannot stand him. I hate his character. Hate him. Like he's under my skin. But I have to look at this man. When he came out of that out of the bathroom in that robe, the skin was glistening and he had the boxer briefs. I was just surprised. He just confidently just opened the door, and me and Audra were like, "Oh, we were thinking the same thing." Like, "Oh goodness." I
Yeah, I
cheated on
miss
Carter, and
you,
I felt
girl.
bad.
Listen, I had to give Jenna some eye candy for a second. He's about to pop up
Oh,
on the screen. Let's see. Come
oh
on.
wow,
There you go, Jenna.
that is a gorgeous man.
Yeah,
Oh
we
wow.
need this version of Chance.
Yes, this version of Chance would be winning. Women will be lined up for that chance for
I
sure on that
know.
show.
Jenna is, I mean, this picture of Chance right here, shoot. I don't know. Maybe they can dress up and I don't know how. Have we even seen some bedroom scenes of a summer, this new summer? Not really, right?
I think she did like a scene with Kyle, but
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty much it. I mean, they've been going through it their entire marriage, so we really haven't seen too many love scenes. I think the most we've seen was Kyle and Audra out of that whole marriage. Um, but if this Chance can just be shirtless, just like this, I
Mm-hmm.
think he would be perfectly fine, or even like with a little tank top or something. This guy would
Mm-hmm.
clean up just fine.
Yep. Yep. So I had to, cause I'm like, everybody's like, oh, I don't know about Chance. Okay, I'm gonna show you what Chance got to offer.
And you made it clear. There needs to be like a top 10 of like the guys of like daytime. I remember like a soap opera digest used to do that, like
Mm-hmm.
the like top hot guys of the week or something like that,
They
because he's
used to
definitely on that
do that,
list.
didn't they?
Yeah, for both shows.
I forgot
Um,
who is it? Some magazine or something, right?
yeah, I think it was like soap opera digest or like CBS digest or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Girl, we all the way off the rails. We got some other story. Oh my gosh! But I had to put that out there because I peeped that in the back room. I'm like, Chance? Really? Okay.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I just don't think that Sharon was a good fit for that scene. She's better with somebody like Adam.
I'm kind of curious to see what that chemistry would be like, especially since the actors used to date each other,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now Sally's Courtney Hope is dating Mark Grossman.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
like, what is that energy like on a set? I don't know. I
I
couldn't
don't know. That's
imagine.
gotta be weird. That's gotta
It's
be weird. Oof. Okay. You know what? Let's keep it moving. Girl, we already at 7:45. All right, so let's move on to Phyllis because look like Phyllis is trying to take a back seat to this whole vendetta against Diane. She don't like Diane, but it's not like she's obsessed. I think Ashley has taken over that role.
well, she never left that role. She's
Well, she's gotten worse. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she didn't like Diane. We knew it. Just kind of like Nikki was. Nikki and Ashley was like, yeah, let's just figure out a way to get her out of here. But Diane is just, I mean, Ashley is just taking up the spot where Phyllis left off, in my opinion. What do you think?
and, and you know what kind of upset me? Where were they at? They were in a jazz lounge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think towards the end, before like Ashley and Tucker had left, Ashley was like, "Well, this is like karmic justice because I mean, if it wasn't for you bringing Jeremy Stark into town, he wouldn't have, put yourself in his position." I'm paraphrasing, but
Mm-hmm.
that's what I heard. And I'm like, it was the three of you, the three amigas.
Mm-hmm.
You, Nikki, and Phyllis. You guys wanted Diane gone. You guys were willing to do anything. You guys plotted for any and any way to get rid of her.
Mm-hmm.
Phyllis just upped the ante. And granted, you and Nikki to say, like, maybe that's not a good idea. But when Jeremy Stark came into town and you knew he was going to terrorize Diane, you guys didn't bat an eyelash. You guys were perfectly fine as long as someone got to Diane. So that irritated me. And then now Ashley's well aware of the fact that Phyllis had broke up her daughter's marriage. Like, she's like strained her relationships with her friends and her family. And you really want to put her back in the mix of this to go after Diane for what? I still would like the answer to this. If anyone has any inclination as to what that is, please let me know. What does she want Diane for? What? What?
Yeah, my thing is, we got a chance to see, and I kind of wish Jack would have got out of the way of that when Diane was like, you know what, I'm going to quit. I'm going to resign. That should end this, because that was the thing that Ashley wanted Diane out of the company. And when Diane was like, you know what, I'm just going to resign, I'm sick of this, Jack should have just let her do it. Because number one, it would prove two things. Whether Diane was actually legit and going to stand 10 toes on what she was going to do, and see what Ashley's motivations truly are. Because if it's all about Diane getting Diane out of the company, and she walks away from the position, then what else does she have? You know what I mean? Meaning Ashley. But Jack got in the middle of that. No, she's not going anywhere. And I'm like, come on, man. You will learn what you need to know about both these ladies if you just take a step back.
And that's never going to happen.
Of course not.
He's just going to fall into his role. But I am just a little bit annoyed just with Ashley. I don't understand what the motivation is. Like, you're getting married.
Right.
You have a man who is devoted to you guys. You're starting your whole new company. So you have to answer to all these different people. You're running your own stuff. And you're rich. You don't have to live with your brother. If he's married to Diane, oh well. He's going to get divorced and go back to Phyllis anyway. But I just don't understand what her motivation is at this stage. I mean, what does she have to gain by getting Diane out of the company? She's embedded in your family. She's your whole sister-in-law now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a done deal. As of today, they are officially Mr. and Mrs. Abbott. Yep.
Yeah. Yay. Jack and Diane.
Oh my goodness. Listen.
What does Phyllis be saying? Phyllis be like, Jack and Diane. Diane.
Yeah.
Diane.
She is hilarious. But I gotta say, that love scene between Jack and Diane today was quick. I was wondering. I'm like, I know they finna go upstairs. What is this actually gonna look like?
Exactly what we saw.
Exactly what we saw. We saw them a couple kisses, and next thing she woke up and she had a whole blue little night dress on or whatever that was. And I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all consummated the marriage. All right, get up.
and on to the next. I mean, I said, I don't really care for them as a couple. Like, I don't hate it, and I don't, put too much energy into Jack's women because they don't last long. And once again, I always feel like Phyllis is always going to be the one for him. But if Jack's happy, I mean, good for him until she,
do whatever.
Screws him over and, puts him in a position to, cry wolf, and everyone already told him this is exactly what she does. But we'll wait for her to either go after his money now that she's married to him now, and go back to her shicey ways. But I guess congratulations, yay.
Yep. Yep. And somebody put out a poll early this week was who's going to get to the altar first, Ashley and Tucker, or Diane and Jack? Well, we got the answer to that one this week.
Yep. Mystery solved.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing Jack happy. I don't know about Diane, because it's, there's a lot of mystery that's still there. What else can she come up with? Is she having Billy, because that's the other part of this we need to talk about, is Billy being a Trojan horse to get to Ashley, and it was her idea. Are you using this idea to come in between the family for nefarious reasons, or you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I'm not there yet when it comes to Diane.
I was surprised Billy even wanted to go along with this, because these are your siblings. I can see why Diane would do this, but what do you have to gain by going after your sister? Because even if you do corporate espionage, because that's exactly what you're doing, and then get that information over to Jabot, she's gonna know it came from you. So you want to break up your relationship with you and your sister, and also put yourself at risk legally too, because Ashley has no qualms about throwing her family members in jail,
No.
or suing them.
Exactly.
No qualms.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, the two of them, I've heard Jenna say this for months, and I kind of like to see what the direction of the writing is going, but Jenna's been saying this for months, that Diane is going to try to take over the company, or there's other secrets coming out. Her and Tucker is working together. And I mean, it's possible. They were working together when this all started. You know what I'm saying? Or he was helping her out, or whatever the situation was. So I don't know. I want to be happy for Jack, because he is just smiling, and he hasn't been this happy in a very long time.
I know, and it's nice to see. I like when Jack is happy, but it's gonna blow up in his face, unfortunately. But it's made me. I'm glad that you brought that up, because it made me wonder, why are these two siblings fighting so hard? So, if it makes me wonder if Jack and Diane are slowly piecing together something, because it's very convenient. They're both engaged to both of the Abbotts, both of them feuding with each other. She's already in a position, and she's given directions over at the company that Ashley and Tucker put together. I don't know. There's just these parts are piecing together, and that's what I'm smelling. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. We got to see. But let's switch on the other side with Tucker, because he got a couple of moving parts going on. This whole thing with him making Carson disappear this week. And he's using that as leverage. Now, I appreciate the fact that Phyllis actually told Heather what was going on. I didn't know how long she could sit on that secret. And of course now Lauren knows, because Heather told Michael. So now she's not struggling with this secret by herself. I want a redemption for Phyllis. As much as I've been ragging on her in my recaps over the past year, because she's been doing some crazy stuff, especially when it comes to her kids. At the same time, I would love to see a redemption story. Don't take the fire from Phyllis. I'm just sick of her coming after Diane. I'm over it. It's old. It's tired. What do you think?
It is old. It's an old, tired Destiny card.
Dusty Destiny.
And don't feel bad about ragging on Phyllis. We all have. We've been ragging on her for about a year, and rightfully so. We should be ragging on her. And I think it's finally worn her down. I think her actions have worn her down. Will she ever get a full redemption? No. This is Phyllis. Same way Adam would never get a full redemption.
Oh my God. Girl, listen, I'm not ready for that headache yet. Because they just treat that man like trash. But let's go ahead. We'll get there. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's horrible. And with Phyllis, I feel like she is like slowly going through her adolescence again. It's like she did
Mm-hmm.
something wrong, and now she knows she has to face the consequences. So now she has to be a big girl and do right, and then be in the good graces of everyone. I feel like there's a slight childlike reaction to the craziness that she caused for her children and for herself legally.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once Tucker took that man out of hiding,
Mm-hmm.
and once Heather found out about the witness, I think she's starting to kind of woman up, and I think she's really scared of facing those consequences. I also want to believe that she wants to make things right for her kids. I really do, but you're the same woman who watched your kids grieved at your own funeral. So
Right. That was what I mean. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. When I was doing my recaps over the past year or so, going even all the way back to that writer, the girl that's on the talk who came over and did a guest appearance as the writer. I forgot her name. That goes all the way back to the fall of 2022, and I mean it's just been nonstop all the way up to the gala in March. This stuff where she was hiding and the kids, they're trying to save their mom, and she just continuously doing. I'm like, come on. And then I guess they figure like, you know what, let's clean up Phyllis because she need to get back into society. Um, and let somebody else pick it up. And I just think Ashley picked up the baton on that one. But I'm just over this whole Diane thing. Let Diane fall on her face, because the more that they press and push the issue and say, oh, we need to do this to undermine Diane, we need to do that, it only makes it worse for them. You know what I'm saying? Because Jack sees Diane as the victim. Diane is going to have to fall on her own face. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
that makes perfect sense. And I, how do I say this? I feel Phyllis is her own worst enemy,
Mm-hmm.
but she is her biggest cheerleader. I feel because Phyllis is going to go into survival mode. This is what she was doing right now, trying to get leverage over Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
I feel if she focuses strictly on making things right with her kids, because I don't think Summer's ever going to forgive her if Kyle fully moves on with Audra, with the woman he cheated on her with. I don't think she would forgive her mother for that. And they already have gone from like having a strained relationship as it is, especially after what happened with Summer and Billy. Um, if she focuses on that, her and Daniel and Summer, and stays on the straight and narrow, I think she could have a really good chance for a redemption, somewhat of a redemption. But I think the writers are trying to clean up this Jeremy Stark storyline. So they're trying to clean up the CPS call storyline. That they're slowly trying to sweep everything up. Thankfully.
Well, I mean, it's about time. I mean, that whole thing from the 50th anniversary, because that's what that gala was about. I mean, they hit 50 years on March 26th of this year, which take us back to 1973. And so they did all of that, but that was March. You talking, what are we coming up in August now? So you talking about almost maybe I'm a little over 4 months now, and it's like, can we get this moving forward? And now that it seems like, Phyllis is like, I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. I want to fix my kid's life. I want to get back on the right path. I'm here for that. I would like to
Me
see Phyllis
too.
go. I mean, I still want the spiciness in Phyllis. Don't make her like, who can I describe? And we haven't even seen Elena in a while. They really dulled Elena out.
They sure did.
They dulled that girl out. So I don't want them to kind of make Phyllis dull, where she's just skipping through town. Let her keep her spice. Let her be a whiz at IT, and she's unpacking hacks and things like that. But this whole Diane thing has to come to an end. I'm over it.
I agree. I feel if they gave Phyllis a man, anything to kind of focus her attention on, I
Hmm.
think, that would take away, you know, the thoughts of like her going after Diane. But
Yeah.
but she needs to get away from Ashley and Tucker somehow. Otherwise, it's just going to put her right back in the same hamster wheel.
Yeah. So, being that they're kind of moving her over to the Newman side of the world next week, she'll probably get some stuff to kind of distract her a little bit. But I mean, she's trying to get Tucker off her back. Somebody need to find Carson and need to take Carson and put him somewhere a way that Tucker don't know. Because if they get a hold of, and I know Carson is lying because Carson didn't see anything. We all know that Carson was not even there the night that, she had the scissors on Jeremy Stark. But he's there to get her out of this storyline. So, I mean, if you're going to put Carson in this, let somebody find him and take him away from Tucker. So they won't have that leverage. Because even she was shocked that Ashley was a part of that too. Because she was trying to blow him out the water by saying, Ashley, can you believe he's doing it? And she looking like, yeah, I'm part of it.
She said, "That's my baby right there.
Girl.
He's trying to help me take care of Diane. I love my Tucker, but I yeah, I don't really see that working well for Phyllis in the long run because once again she'll be back in a Newman fold, which means she'll be back in Victor's fold, and we already heard how Victor feels about Phyllis. I'm like, geez. Like, I understand being protective of your granddaughter, but my goodness, like you even said yourself, you came back from being unalive multiple
Mm-hmm.
times.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see because the biggest thing this week was this whole Abbott drama, and then of course Phyllis trying to get herself out of a bind. However, before we hit the Newman side of the world, well, I guess this will be the bridge to the Newman side of the world. Is this whole situation with Nate? Nate is thinking that he's gonna get the big high chair eventually, and it's like, dude, don't get too comfortable in the Newman chair. You're going to be right next to Ashlyn if you don't watch it.
Him and Audra, actually. That whole conversation, I think I watched it like a couple of times, mostly to see Nate, of course. But she was just looking at him. She was like, you've accomplished so much in such a short period of time. Like, you're so inspiring. Everything you've done is just so incredible to see. And I'm like, well, sleeping with the CEO of Newman Newman Enterprises will, get you in a COO position. But so he got there pretty quickly himself. But it's hard to tell at this point whose ego is bigger, either Audra or Nate's. Like, neither one of their last names is Newman for them to feel this confident and cocky about their positions.
Girl, listen, the higher they go, the harder they'll fall. And I'm telling you, nobody comes into the Newman fold and leave unscathed, especially if they are trying to undermine or wiggle their way into something. And even Victor said it when he had that meeting with his family was this week, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, and I'm just I know Victoria is in New York or whatever, but I'm just so over this whole thing with them crapping on Adam. It's just ridiculous. I mean, he made a deal with that dude. And then you turn around and say, I don't care about any deals that I made. It's like, then why do I sign up and believe anything that you have to say? And then you get mad when I don't trust you.
And then you're the same person who wants loyalty from all of your kids, but you cannot stand 10 toes down on your word when it comes to making an agreement. You're a whole businessman, and you back out of your own business deal.
Girl, I
It's
think.
like,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, this makes no sense to me.
Nope, it doesn't. And the fact of the matter is, he only does that to Adam. I mean,
Well, he's treated Adam worse, but he likes to use his kids like chess
of
pieces.
course. Mm-hmm.
And he tests his boys a lot. I feel Victoria gets a lot of grace, especially whenever she cries or whines or says she's going to go over to another company, and a couple months later she's back at Newman. But he's always like pinned all of his kids together at some point or another. I think like even Victoria and Abby were going against each other over Newman, and it's just, there's being a loving father and having control over, your company, but he's mixing the two, and it's just unhealthy, and it's it's really unhealthy for Adam. And I would hope that after this he does not care to do business with his family anymore.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to answer this question that I see in the chat. And because I saw it on my recap that I did today, people were asking about this. So, Jenna was asking, what was that scene with Victor punching that punching bag? I think it was the originally let off steam, but I got to give it to Eric Braeden because he had a health scare about 2 months ago. And from what I understand, he overcame that. So to see him actually doing some physical activity, I was actually happy about that. Because, when you come through something like he did, and, you're still strong enough to put it out there. Because a lot of people have been asking about his health for a very long time since that came out. And to actually see, because he said, oh, I'm coming back strong. And then to actually see him do this scene where he was actually doing the punching bag, I was like, okay, Eric Braeden, I guess you back.
And I was so happy to see that.
Yeah, me too.
Because Eric Braeden, he's the staple of daytime. Like, we all grew up seeing that face, knowing that face, and like, a health scare that's terrifying. And I don't know what we would have done if we had lost like the great Victor Newman on the show, but I'm glad that he's doing well, and he's in good spirits, and he's happy, and I hope that he keeps his health up.
Yeah. I mean, he is in his 80s now, so to see him want to tackle that bag, I'm like, okay. Jenna said it looked like he was about to have a stroke, but I don't think that he would put himself, nor would the staff at the show want to put him in that type of scenario. They had to make it look, like he's putting in a lot of energy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But okay. So back to, Adam. My thing is, like you was, he does treat all his kids, I think, like you said, Victoria get a lot more grace because he didn't even fight for Nicholas to keep his COO job. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. At all.
He didn't even fight for that. But I think the worst of it Adam gets.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He gets the brunt, he and you know what kills me the most? I feel out of all the Newmans who treat him poorly, Victoria treats him the worst. She gives him no leeway, no grace, no love, no nothing. And I'm really trying to think of what this man could have done outside of business to Victoria for her to have all this hatred for him, because anything else has always just been business related.
She's jealous.
Like, get over yourself.
She's jealous.
Get over yourself.
Yeah, the thing is, Victoria know deep down that Adam is more like her father, and she sees him as a threat. She don't see Nicholas as a threat. to running the company or taking a role or trying to do anything. She knows Adam is a threat and not necessarily something that could harm her physically or anything. But the man has a Harvard business degree. He's very intelligent. He's very cunning. He's pretty much Victor 2.0.
Well, he's Victor Adam
Newman, exactly. And Victoria, which is also part of Victor's name, she knows that, and she can see that, I can't let this slip, or else this man could take over, because he's smart enough to do it. And I think him and Victor goes at it because Victor also knows that Adam is just as, I guess he could be just as ruthless as he is if he wanted to.
It's in the DNA.
Yep. They don't feel a threat from Nicholas. Nicholas is more like Nicky. And I mean, I guess that's his namesake. Nicholas is like that guy that's like, okay, I might not like it, but, I'll just go along to get along. And, I'm going to make my voice known. But when you push back, I'll respect what you have to say and leave it like that. Whereas Adam, he'll challenge you. Victoria, she will challenge you. So.
Victoria and Adam are more meant for the business world than Nick ever was. He changes in and out of careers like he does his shirts and his women.
Exactly.
And it would be nice for him to just have something that's just stable. I thought when he had the bar, I thought that was his lane.
It is.
Just have a bar. You're the fun, cool guy, you kind of like a nightclub sort of energy. Like that's his lane. That's perfect for him. Him running Newman. That's why, and I understand like it was wrong for Victoria to kind of push him out of the COO position.
Mm-hmm.
But what was he going to do? What was he going to do in that position?
I mean, all he does is answer to Victoria. I mean, he might disagree with something Victoria says, but he backs down. And Jenna said he's a simp.
I saw that too, not Jenna saying he's a simp.
Just like lame old waffle boy Liam. So, oh my God.
Goodness. These men on this show, as good looking as all of these men are, they frustrate me sometimes, but Nick, he's just, and I would say no one follows in his footsteps too, because he was in and out of careers, but he went from being an artist to a musician or something. That's probably all of that. But Nick is not meant for any power positions. I always feel like the real battle is going to always be between Victoria and Adam. And I don't understand why they want that tired, dusty seat that their daddy has sat in for decades. I don't know what is so important. They have plenty of money to start their own businesses. It's ridiculous.
That's why I would hope that, I want Adam to just do his own thing. And after all that screaming and barking with Victor today, he turned around and say, okay, I guess I'll work with you. I'm like, why would you go and do all that noise? This man talked about your mama.
Yeah.
I was like, Victor, how you going to go there? That man's mama is not here to defend herself. And this is your mom's fault. And blah, 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 blah. I don't know about all of that, Victor. I mean, if she chose to take Adam away, okay, she had, she did whatever she did, but what about what did you do? You know what I'm saying?
And Hope was blind.
Why
would he leave his blind mom like that? Adam has had like a beautiful story like this in general. Like I wish I could do like a character like this overall, just from like viewing him from over the years, but his story is incredible. And out of all of Victor's kids, he's actually earned the money that he's makes. He's actually put in time and dedication, and he's worked to get up to a CEO position, whereas Victoria had to cry, beg, and plead, and she got what she wanted. So
exactly. Girl. And they
Adam.
always talk about how Adam was handed a company. You was handed a company. You didn't build that company, Miss Thing. Your daddy made you CEO. He handed you the throne. So while you always talking about, oh, he just was given a company. He just can give him a company. Well, you got one too. So shut up.
Exactly. Did you see the? Have you looked at the comments? Did you see the question?
Which one? Oh my God.
The one to J Money.
Yeah, because he dropped that comment in there earlier calling Tucker a 304. And so I know there's quite a few people, that's a certain term that...
Yeah, and to answer your question, Cheryl, yes, technically yes. It's all the same.
Yeah.
And the stink of Audra. There you go.
Oh my God. Y'all are funny. J Money opened that door. And of course, with all these people up in here, somebody was going to ask, what's that?
And we got almost 100 people in here. Oh, wow.
Can you guys please hit the like button? I was going to do that at the mid-section as well, but I know Bree and J Money are my moderators in this chat, so they normally put the notifications in there to hit the like button. So, yep.
Please do.
Look at that. Vinny talking about what's the thought. Don't start nothing. We gonna leave that alone.
Audra is the textbook definition, and she proved that for the past couple of weeks. So if you ever want to refer back to that,
Jenna said, "Oh Jesus."
That is the perfect textbook definition I can think of present day. That won't get us in trouble on YouTube. So the stink of Audra, all of that is correct.
Oh my God, y'all crazy. And then now somebody's saying Tucker is not a 304. J Money, you open. He said, I'm gonna leave that door open. Stop it.
Audra in jail.
Oh Lord, listen, we finna start a whole nother line.
If we can put
listen, on both shows, listen, there's representation on both shows. That's all I'm going to say.
Equal opportunity.
Shabrika said that Jill is a retired 304. Oh my God. Y'all crazy.
When did she retire?
You know what?
When did Brooke retire? I'm just saying.
Listen, don't open that door, Bree. Please don't open that door. Y'all gonna have to moderate in here a whole lot more if you open that door.
So I'm just gonna say, was there a retirement speech? When did
oh my gosh. Y'all, oh my goodness, you so crazy. Okay, back to Adam.
Yes, back to Adam.
Back to Adam. Yeah, I want this man to have his own company. I've been saying that for years. As long as I've had this podcast, which is going on 4 years, I've been saying that from day one. I'm sick and tired of Adam going in this whole merry-go-round with either Victoria or Victor over Newman. Just, you got some money somewhere. You was about to start a whole trust for your daughter. Or, so you got some money somewhere. Just start your own business. I don't even understand why Sharon wanted to merge her tech company in the first place to Newman. I'm like, why? Why?
And be under his dad's
exactly.
For what?
What did you... I mean, she was super thirsty about being tied to Victor's company. Because originally she wanted to merge with Adam's company, which supposedly was to give him autonomy. And then when the tech company came on the table and she wanted to merge with Adam, she was the one that talked to Victor too. And I'm like, why are y'all doing this? I mean, how many companies do Newman have to take over?
Acquire and take over. That's the only company besides Chabot in Genoa City. It's how is it they love to own all of these businesses, but not a home. They have no problem being in a hotel, playing Monopoly, spending 2 or 3 years in a hotel, but don't want to get a home, but want to acquire all of these companies to make all this money for what? To be in a hotel. But that I digress.
Girl, I mean, and then, okay, so now, remember, they're bringing on Sally. I mean, Victor was like trying to get this girl to go away. You put up, like Jill said, you brought up a whole dossier. Brought up a whole dossier on that girl so she couldn't hire her. Now you want to pull her out of the Chancellor Winter contract and bring her over there because you got some new design department or company or whatever. And then now you're going to bring Phyllis. It's like, what are y'all trying to say? Big bank take little bank or something? I don't know. It's just no sense.
It's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And oh my goodness. I just hope that with all of these mergers, I just hope for some good storylines.
It better be.
I just wish I knew what the real purpose of these moving parts with all these companies. Are we going to see like new sets? Are we going to see new characters? Like, because if they're starting companies and we just see just them, it's just like it's more of the same. So I don't understand it, but I'm hoping that if Sharon, Nick, and Adam stick with their business together, I think that also breaks up that Nick, Adam, and Sally storyline, thankfully, because Adam would not be focused on that. He'll be focused on something else, and then we can kindly start to fade Nick and Sally storyline. And plus once Sharon's done using Chance as a rebound, she's got to have Nick to fall back on anyway. So I would like to see both of the Newman boys try to succeed outside of their daddy's thumb, but that's
not going to happen. And I don't even see the logic in the three of them running that company. Who is the lead over this? And now it looks like none of them is the lead over this. It's Victor. You're going to be under my expert tutelage. And I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be retired. You let Adam run the company. If Adam wants to stay, which I think is a big mistake, let him run it. But the problem is Sharon and Nicholas going to want to listen to him. I don't understand how all three of them are going to be decision makers to run this company. Who makes the final decision if y'all disagree?
Pinky.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all interchangeable.
Exactly. It's just like none of that makes sense to me. To throw all these people into this whole situation while Victoria and Nate is sitting on top of the throne looking down, it's like...
And she was definitely on top of the throne several times.
Exactly. This week. She sure was. And then the other thing is we got Kyle in there too. Because Kyle is over at Newman Media.
Now that would be an interesting twist if Kyle wanted to try to take over and be in a CEO position. I don't know. That could work.
Yeah, LaShanta Stack said that she didn't like Chance telling Sharon about Adam. She asked him. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Everybody got something bad to say. It's like Kyle, Chance, what is your issue with Adam? Okay, you just don't like him. Okay, why? I mean, Chance, the man took a bullet for you. And Kyle, I don't get it. I mean, you're not even part of the Newman family. I don't...
Well,
go ahead.
I was going to say with Kyle, I understand why. Because for a long time, Adam was like Jack's son.
Oh, Jack so he jealous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. And Kyle was really jealous, especially after Jack had gave him the CEO position or COO position over Kyle. And I feel him and Kyle actually have similar backgrounds. Because didn't Kyle go to like Harvard or like
Yeah, I
business?
think so. I think so.
So they kind of meet neck and neck together. So I'm kind of okay. So I'm actually happy now that Kyle's over at Newman, because I can definitely see some rivalry between Adam and Kyle, because they meet at the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Even Victoria can't even compete with Kyle. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yep, but it's just okay. So they've not only acquired businesses, but you got Kyle and Audra. You got, well, Nate has already been there. Kyle, Audra, Sharon, Nicholas, Adam, and then you got bringing on Phyllis and Sally. It's like, okay,
that's majority of the cast.
Exactly.
Over at Newman.
So
That's
only thing I can think of, because a lot of the storylines back in the day were based on certain things going on at work, right? Remember? Especially if it was at Jabot Newman, somebody's slipping in somebody's office or overhearing something. So maybe they're trying to get back to that. We need to put all these people to work and start making some storylines about somebody hearing somebody say something about something nefarious at work or something. I don't know what they're doing. But it's like y'all recruiting all of these people for one company.
Exactly. And I really do wish they go back to like the business wars, where at least we get to see photo shoots, or like see like actual people doing espionage, or people getting caught, or like hot, spicy like love affairs in the office. And we really don't get too much of that now. Everything is either like a very long, drawn out, unnecessary storyline, or like a terrible love affair or something. But it's just, I hope we do go back to that. I usually like during my work days, I watch like old episodes of B&B. Like I'm on season 21 right now, and like I miss that dynamic where it's like one thing after another. But
yeah,
who knows?
Oh yeah, we got to see Leanna Love drop that bombshell on. That was a horrible. Oh my God, she put the whole Abbott family on blast this week. I'm like, wow.
I was so proud of her. That was so entertaining. Because I was wondering, like, who is this woman? I'm like, oh, okay. So she wasted no time putting Phyllis is back. What is it going to mean for the new Mrs. Abbott? You got the old Mrs. Abbott out, and she's wasted no talking about Kyle and Summer. It was just good, and I had to really think back, like, she's really pretty. I'm like, was she ever with Jack? And I'm like, and they cut away right to the scene.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Jack has been with them all.
Yeah. Yes, he's been the leading ladies' man.
And rightfully so. He's always been gorgeous to me. I've always had a crush on Jack growing up. Yeah. He was gorgeous to me.
Yep. Okay, did we cover everything?
I believe we did. I think we talked about the job offer he offered Sally, right? I think that's it. It was mostly the Abbotts.
Yeah, the Abbotts. Well, we did see Lauren reconnect with. Oh, we saw Jack and Phyllis see each other for the first time.
Oh, how did we forget that?
Yeah, and he was pissed. She was trying to, say I'm sorry, and he was like, save it.
We've seen Jack get mad, and we know he can take it up to a 10. That was pretty much an 8, and I thought it would get worse, but it was really good. But I understand a lot of his frustration, because his son was hurt in all of this.
Right. Oh, there's that Keish.
What's up, y'all?
Hey!
Hey, Keish.
I missed you guys.
No, you didn't.
Enjoy the concert?
No, you didn't. You was over there watching Beyonce.
I mean, yes, that too.
She was multitasking.
She was
I
multi.
was. Her concert was amazing.
Oh,
Um.
that's
So before we move on to Bold, you got anything you want to say about Young? Not really.
Um, no, not really. Nothing other than I'm so over Ashley and Jack and their little disagreement with about Diane, and I hate the fact that they are. I feel like they're going backwards with Tucker now because Tucker wants to do whatever he can to make Ashley happy, and the thing that he's doing right now is going to really piss off Devon and Abby when they find out what's going on. And he's going to be the one that's going to take the brunt of the blame because he's Tucker. Everybody already thinks that Ashley is being manipulated by him when it's really, in my opinion, I think it's the other way around. I think Ashley is manipulating Tucker because she knows that she can get Tucker to pretty much do whatever she wants. So I don't know. I'm disappointed in Ashley, and I hope somehow that this doesn't ruin the progress Tucker has made with Devon when this all comes out. This whole thing with Phyllis that they're trying to pull off. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about Y&R right now.
Okay, cool.
I just need us to get over this hump of the constant. What are we going to do this week to ruin Diane's life?
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm over it. It's been over a year now. You know, Phyllis started it. Well, the try. What did I used to call them? I forgot. The coven, the dark triad. I don't know. You know, they started this mess last year, and then Phyllis took it off to a whole nother level. Now she want to bring it back around that her life is in ruins. And then now Ashley is picking up the baton. I'm like, come on. Just let Diane fall on her own face.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now I think we covered everything, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, before we move over to Bold, and I just want to choke Liam, but before we move before we move over to Bold, make sure that if you want to come back and see us every Friday night, we do this live unless something changes, and then I'll put something in the community tab. But so far we used to do Saturday mornings, but then everybody was loving Friday nights. So make sure you subscribe. You'll get the notifications. I usually put the notifications out for the chat early in the day, so you'll know that it's coming. Hit the like button. I know the moderators have been dropping that in the comment section. Let YouTube know that you're enjoying the content so they can actually share this live and it gets to the the main page for folks that like this type of stuff. Other than that, y'all got anything y'all want to say before we go to Bowl? Keish, anybody?
I'm good. I think I'm just ready to see what happens next week. And
Yep.
Kyle annoyed me this week too.
Oh, well, you can say make him take a seat.
Oh, a lot of people be taking a seat this week.
All right, let's switch over to the Bold and the Beautiful. And I gotta say, we got a little bit of Hope and Thomas this week. I was so happy about that. But Hope got on my nerves too. So, let's see. Let's get Sheila out the way. Because it wasn't a lot of her. She got out of the... Okay, so a lot of people was wondering about the judge and what he had to... Oh, what am I doing? I got to do the summary. Hold on. Hold your horses. Let me do the summary for Bold, and then we'll break the storylines down.
Yeah, Liam annoyed me a lot this week.
I think Liam has been on everybody's
list. Okay, here we go. Shoot. Where's my Monday? Okay, well, I must have went. Oh, let me see. Hold on. Recap. Okay, here we go. Monday. Okay, Sheila miracle sends shockwaves through Forrester, and Liam's discovery sets him on a new path. Hope reconnects with Thomas as Brooke shares her secret with Ridge. Hope breaks the news of a divorce, and Liam divulges Finn's secret to Steffy. Deacon doles out a warning to Sheila, and Liam tells Steffy he loves her. And Liam puts Steffy on notice, and Finn and Kelly's beach day takes a deadly turn. Alright, so the whole thing about Sheila. So there were some folks that were actually thinking what the guy, the judge had said about illegal search and seizure or whatever is like, where did they get that from? Actually, and I don't know if you guys watch Soap Dirt as well, because it was pretty interesting. I totally agree. Sometimes they do bring real life scenarios into the soap world, and that actually what Bill and Ridge did, even though you think the FBI would have known better, which is who was supposed to be working with those two. But again, it's a soap. They should have known that wasn't the right way to get a coercion of information out of somebody the way they did it. Now you can't even use it in court. And it gave Sheila a get out of jail free card. What do y'all think about that?
That was my first thought when the judge said that. I'm like, weren't they working with the feds?
Right.
You mean to tell me not one person in that room involved in that investigation or that sting or whatever you want to call it knew that this was going to be the end result with the way they conducted it? Seriously?
Yeah. That's the thing that really gets me is that, yeah, you brought in a real life scenario, which it's actually, that's how that can go down because the way they did it, but you also included the FBI in the storyline.
Right.
It's just that part is kind of like, don't make sense.
We had a whole scene. We saw Ridge with a whole ponytail and Grizzly. They were all like staring at Bill's home with the security camera. There was a whole ordeal. I'm like, nobody from the FBI couldn't have been a witness. Like, what was the whole point of all of this?
Exactly. Right? Exactly. And then the other part is what Bill had to do during that process. He slept with that girl.
he wanted to now. He was lonely. That man wanted to do it. Come on now. It was a whole warm body. Katie's not carrying him no mind. Brooke's not carrying him no mind. He wanted to do it. I think he wanted to see what was up, and he did.
Well, the way he put it, he was disgusted. Now, what we saw on TV was different because they was all in front of the fireplace and whatnot.
Exactly.
So,
it ain't that much acting in the world. if you want to be with somebody like that, you will. And if you don't, you cannot act your way through something like that. I feel like, especially as a man.
Yeah, because you have to rise to the occasion. So you gotta feel some sort of way, and you did, obviously, because you guys were laying by the fireplace. So
right. So really, this whole thing totally fell through. Steffy and Finn didn't testify for the whole shooting thing because they brought up the blackmail with Taylor, and they can't take that back now. So Bill kind of screwed this up.
A lot.
Yeah, and it's funny. Jay Money said that those weren't even real FBI agents. They bought their jackets from Party City, and they got those cameras off of Amazon. Oh my gosh, Jay Money.
I mean, that would explain why this fell through the way it did.
Right. But yeah, that whole thing, and she was, just, oh my God, I'm free, and they walk out to the hallway. So now what do you guys think about Liam? Because all of a sudden he became so highly suspicious watching the movements before the whole hallway scene with the hugging. He was watching them through the entire court case. Are you looking for something? Or did you happen to just pick up on something?
Look, there were some movements he could have been filming a couple of weeks ago. If he was curious. He had 4 episodes worth if he was trying to film something. But I feel this is incredibly petty on his part. Like, I can see if, like, he was filming, like, Finn and Sheila, like, scheming and plotting. You're well aware of this fact. This man just found out this woman is his mother, and he's gonna have conflicting feelings, and especially after she tried to unalive him in the alley, thanks to Steffi, and all of this, he's dealing with a lot of emotions himself. I was very surprised. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. This is Liam. This is a Liam thing to do. He had his cape on. He had his phone ready. He was waiting for any and every opportunity to get at Finn.
Yeah.
Liam was looking for his end, and he feels like this is his end right here.
Yeah, because what made him follow Finn outside? I mean, what the fact that he wasn't standing there next to Steffi in the moment consoling her, or you just felt that it was weird for him to step outside? Because even when he had the conversation with Steffi, Steffi said, well, he had to take a call. He said, don't you think that's weird? The man is a doctor.
Right. Exactly. I mean, he goes to his job. He goes to work.
he go to work. The man has a job. Now, unfortunately, what happened in today's episode, answering a work call, did not serve him well. But we'll get there. But I mean, Liam was just looking for anything to attach himself onto.
Yeah,
you know.
He was.
I mean, it just. Go ahead, Bree.
I was gonna say it's so sad to see, and these women were in this man's back pocket for over a decade, and he had to stoop this low, being rejected by both of these women now, that he has to stoop this low to film a hug and then try to use that as some sort of leverage or some sort of way to get into Steffi. Right. And I'm like, it don't take much for Steffi. She's already thinking about your kisses. Just there was no point to film that.
Y'all not gonna put that on Steffi. She ain't thinking about Liam. Steffi thinking about those kisses because she feels guilty about not telling Finn. If she wanted Liam, she would have been shown that. That girl does not want him.
So my question is, what are we doing with these kisses? With all this stuff, with this storyline direction that they're taking, are the kisses just going to stay buried at this point? That's what I'm curious to find out. And I haven't seen any indication yet of something being revealed about those kisses. I wish they came out before this whole thing. What do you think?
I think they let certain things go, because I remember at one point, like a couple of years ago, like Thomas had like drugged Liam, and they never touched back on that. Liam never found out that he was.
That's
Thomas
right.
was in his drink.
Right.
So they throw like certain things in, but it doesn't stick. But I think with this case, they're trying to bypass some time until Jacqueline, had her baby. Well, she's already had her baby, but, finish, getting her weight down, like all of that down, so Steffi can be the Steffi that we all know. So they're dragging this out by incorporating Finn and Sheila, I guess, for the next, 2 months until we actually see Liam and Steffi. And yes, Keisha, I'm sorry, girl.
It doesn't. But so the reason I feel that way is because the way she was defending Finn to Liam, I feel like this would be her out right here. If she wanted to get back with Liam, she would have jumped at the chance and like, oh no, I'm not having this. Liam or Finn has to go, and she would have been all over Liam. She is not all over that man. Y'all know how Steffi used to do with him.
I think the guilt is misplaced for me. I feel she feels guilty. The fact that Finn had risked his life and almost, well, she thought she had lost him. And he literally took a bullet for her. And she has strong feelings for Liam, but I think she feels guilty for even thinking about possibly leaving her husband who took a bullet for her for Liam. So I think that's what that guilt.
I don't see that at all. I don't think she's given one thought to leaving Finn for Liam. Because you know how the writers do, to where if she was really thinking that way, if the character was thinking that way, I feel like she would have had some type of discussion with her mom, or would have hinted in some way that she was thinking about going back to Liam. And she hasn't done that. And every time you see her and Liam in a scene together, they're not cozying up to each other. She, again, is defending her husband to Liam while Liam is trying to throw him under the bus. And I don't feel like it's a guilt thing because he took a bullet for her. I think she really does love Finn and wants to be with Finn. I don't think Liam, going back to Liam, is anywhere on her radar. I just think she feels guilty for not telling the truth about the kisses. And like I said before, she's stupidly trying to protect Liam for whatever reason. I know she is always going to love Liam, and there's going to be, something there because of their history, and they have Kelly. But I don't think it's like it used to be with her, because there's nothing that she has done that has been reminiscent of anything that she used to say to him, or the way that she used to express herself to him back in the day before Finn came in the picture. Now, they definitely are trying their best to make Finn, I wouldn't say a bad guy, but they're basically trying to ruin his character now because of Sheila. And probably this is going to lead them back to each other. But right now, I don't feel like Steffi has any inkling of feeling like she wants to go back to him.
Keisha.
What?
Ron Julian say you still in denial.
I am not in denial.
A couple people.
I am not in denial. This is not denial. They are not writing her in a way that is showing that she wants to be with him.
Well, they can't really write her that way because she's still pregnant on the show. So I think because what they film, like 6 weeks ahead or something like that?
Something like that. 4, maybe almost 6, somewhere like that.
Because Steffi's going to come back as Steffi when she has, well, she's already had her baby. So I'm assuming they've already filmed everything now, unless she took like a maternity leave break. But this is how they have to write her now. She can't really do too much, and probably being pregnant, like I wouldn't want to do too much either. So I think this is just to bypass some time now to kind of weasel Liam in somehow. But Keisha, honey, I'm sorry.
I mean, honestly, to me, I think they're trying to put a steamroll through Sin.
I think they are too.
They're trying to. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think they are too because the story that they're concocting now with Sheila, of course, that's what they're trying to do. But I feel like if it was just a matter of Steffi is still in love with Liam, that they wouldn't be going this route of Sheila basically being the reason why her and Finn are getting ready to break up. It would just be Liam and Hope got a divorce, and here comes Steffi, flaunting herself in front of Liam, or accepting all of these things that Liam is saying to her when he says that he loves her and he wants to protect her, and she's not doing that. She looked at him like, I have a husband. Me and my husband are fine. He's protecting us just fine. I don't believe anything you're saying. Like, that's what she's been saying to Liam. And it hasn't been anything different than that.
Yeah, I think today she really tried to put those boundaries in place with Liam. And Liam is so persistent about the fact that she need to not trust her husband. And it's like, dude, she didn't already told you. Now, of course, we know what's headed into the week of the 31st. But at this point in the conversation, it's like, I would have told her to tell, look, tell him to leave. Okay, you gave me the information. Let me handle it from here, but I'm going to need you to leave. Stop trying to push the issue. Stop trying to tell me what to do, how to think, how I should treat my husband. Let me handle the conversation with him. And if I need to call you and talk to you, I will. Otherwise, you need to leave. But he's sitting over there talking about, I love you. And then you see how he look out the side of his eye trying to see what type of reaction he gonna get. I'm like, Scott Clifton.
Girl, yes.
Scott Clifton had all his cues on point. Because he said that. He dropped that bombshell when he said, I love Kelly. And, even though, we're not together anymore, but I love you too. And then you see his eyes cut over to her where it looks like he's seeing what type of reaction he gonna get. I'm like, dude, you are not slick.
Because he expected her to react like she was doing in the past before Finn came into her life. And she didn't do that with him.
Yep.
Exactly. But that's Steffi's own fault. Because for years, both her and Hope have been doing that. And so she can't really be too surprised if this man all of a sudden now wants to come back to you. You made it so easy for him in the past. It was just a couple of years ago, you almost had this man's baby.
Yeah. Yep. What was that? 2020, 21, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, so like 2 years ago. So you're not that reformed. You just took the picture down. You went ahead and made a life with Finn, and he's been a great stepfather and all that good stuff. But you always wanted Liam. Always.
Well, she don't want him.
What'd you say?
I said she don't want him now.
Oh, listen. Between Jenna being 10 toes down on Diane, Keisha is going to be 10 toes down when it comes to Steffi. She ain't budging.
It is literally going to take Sheila doing this whole little incident that happened right here and Sheila getting in between them for her to leave Finn. It's not going to be her just deciding, Liam's free now. I think I'm going to leave Finn and go be with him. Because she would have done that. And she hasn't done that.
And see, I honestly think when he prefaced the story first, see, he's manipulative. He went and told the story about Finn and Sheila, thinking that was just going to be enough for Steffi. He thought that the love that she had with him was so weak that I can just tell her what happened and she'll be done with it. That wasn't enough. So then you figure like, okay, let me just show you the video. Why he didn't show that video at first? You could have just did that at first. So then that didn't work. So now let me show you the video. And he thought that was going to be the end all be all for her. And she was like, no, my husband wouldn't do me like that. No. We don't know nothing about that hug. I need to talk to him, which is what she's supposed to do.
Exactly.
Whereas Liam was thinking that, oh yeah, I got a bombshell for you. You're going to be in my arms in that bed in about 30 seconds. And it didn't work.
Exactly.
Yes. See, Steffi said, I don't want that. If Hope doesn't want it, I definitely don't want it. It's clearly downgraded in value.
Girl, Steffi gave Hope or Liam to Hope. She had been put Hope or Liam in her past. As soon as she married Finn.
But Hope
was the last one.
Now Keisha, the mannequin situation.
I was about to. I want to say
that was before they got married.
Yeah, that's true.
Before her and Finn got married.
That's true.
Said when her and Finn got married, Steffi was done with him.
No, because we had a whole. Well, okay, yeah, she's right. But she was still in a relationship with Finn. She didn't care about this man like that. She's happy to have a man who actually can focus on her. I think she's happy about that. But I think who's in her heart and who she wants is Liam.
I don't see that at all.
Wait a minute, hold on. I don't see that yet. I'm wondering, because the question that everybody's been asking when I, either sit on lives on Twitter or even just watching some of the content over here or even in the comment section, is those things when Steffi thinks back to both those kisses. There's two different consensus. One, people are saying, "Oh yeah, she missed those kisses." The other consensus is she feel guilty. I don't know where I fall in it. I can see both. So I don't know yet until I know where the writers are going to go with this thing. Now, today it kind of solidified it for me when she was like, "No, I love my husband. I need to figure out my husband will always protect us. He's fine. I want to be with him," which of course burst Liam's bubble in that moment because he got flustered. You can tell he started making all these faces and huffing and puffing. But at first, for a while, I was like, "Dang, Steffi, are you thinking about the kisses or are you feeling guilty about not telling your husband about them?" So, I don't know. But go ahead, you guys.
I think it's a mix of both. I think it's more so her thinking about the kisses because why doesn't she like flashback to her like telling him off? Why is it just those kisses that she thinks about?
All right.
There's been other moments that she's had with Liam, but she goes back to those specific ones.
Because that's what's going to get her in trouble if Finn finds out.
I don't know if the way the direction that this is going with this after today, I mean, I think, and it just sucked because I wanted them kisses to come out so Liam can get pulverized. But, I mean, I don't know what is those kisses going to mean at this point when the daughter is now under your watch and something happened. They ain't going to care about them kisses.
Those kisses are going to come out because Liam was planting seeds. He started with hope. Then he told Wyatt about those kisses. Those kisses are going to come out because isn't Wyatt supposed to be like approaching?
Yeah, that was in my early spoilers. He's going to be confronting Steffi next week.
Confronting her about what?
Her reaction to everything that's happening right now with Liam and this whole situation.
Wyatt needs to mind his business. The only thing Wyatt has done in the last 2 or 3 weeks that was on point was when he called Liam out about are you not fighting for your marriage because you're going to try to get with Steffi again. And then he said when Liam was talking about Sheila and Finn, again called him out like, are you making this a thing because you want to try to come between Steffi and Finn? Other than that, Wyatt has gotten on my nerves. Like, why are you going around, first of all, confronting Hope? None of your business. And now you're going to confront Steffi about Hope and Liam's issue?
Well, I think it's more about her reactions to what's coming up this week. So I don't know exactly, and the more of that probably come out in that promo that comes out on Sunday morning, but that whole thing has to do with how she's reacting to Finn, per se.
Okay.
Yeah, why are you reacting to Finn because of what actually is going on, or do you have feelings for my brother too? Because she don't know. See, that's the other thing. Liam is just messy. She don't even know, as far as Steffi is. Steffi don't know that Hope knows what Liam told her before the divorce, that he's thinking about Steffi now. Steffi don't know about that. Steffi also don't know that Liam told Wyatt about the kisses in Rome and LA. You don't know about that either. That girl told you what stays in my house better not leave this house, but it did anyway.
Yeah, and Liam was dead wrong for that. He should have gave her a heads up, like, just so you know, I told my brother.
Yeah, and so I could see Steffi being pissed off when Wyatt confronts her to say, "Hey, I know what happened." And she gonna be like, "What you talking about?"
Well, I mean, she can't be mad because she had the opportunity, several opportunities to tell her husband, and she didn't. But on a side note, besides being annoyed by Wyatt, I've been really fascinated. Why is this man in a purple suit every time? I have seen 50 shades of purple. I have never seen so much purple.
Listen, Maybe.
Prince has never seen so much purple. Barney has never seen so much purple on one person.
Oh my God. Maybe Darren Brooks like purple. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing because you the one really got me on that whole purple thing from 2 weeks ago when he wore that suit for the straight 4 or 5 episodes when he was at Spencer. And then they took him out of that suit and then they put him on something looking similar to that color but had pinstripes in him or something. I'm like,
I had to go back and look because I'm like, do they have this man in the same suit for 3 weeks?
Girl, no. For a year, this man has been in purple. Every time we see him, he's in some form of purple, maroon, burgundy, chartreuse, cerulean,
wait a minute.
violet.
Wait, hold on, Bree. Did you just say chartreuse and cerulean?
How do you know so many purples?
Right.
I had to look this up. I was fascinated. I never seen so much purple on one person.
Listen.
In like different shades, tones. I'm like, okay.
J Money said Wyatt got more purple suits than the Joker.
Not the Joker.
Oh, goodness. This is Willy Wonka's chocolate fact. I've never seen so much purple on a man, but I'm sorry. That was just, I root to see a different color on Wyatt, but it's been like the same each and every time. Prince, exactly, has never seen so much purple.
There's got to be a story behind. Maybe it's his favorite color. Maybe he lost a bet. There's got to be something behind it.
Yeah, I mean,
for a year, girl.
Well, listen, here's the thing. Purple is my favorite color, but I don't wear purple as much as Wyatt does. I mean, seriously. It's like, and I saw him, I'm like, dang, that's a different shade. It's still purple.
I didn't realize that he wore it that often. Y'all gonna make me go back a year and look at different episodes just to see it now.
Benita Rouse said Prince wore purple for a year.
But that's Prince.
That's Prince. Oh my God. Sheesh. Okay.
Prince. We're not annoyed by Prince. We're annoyed by Wyatt.
Yeah. So I obviously, just like I guess Billy is being the voice of reason over on The Young and the Restless for his peoples, I guess Wyatt is supposed to be the person that's trying to have these conversations. Now, I do like the fact that he did call out his brother. It's like, dude, what is your motivation by showing that video? Do you really want to know what's truly going on between Finn? Because my thing is, why didn't you ask Finn at the courthouse, hey, are you okay? I saw Sheila coming towards you. You good? You good, bro? Or something like that. No, you went and did one of the filming things, like you catching somebody cheating.
And for him to flip on Finn that fast, because him and Finn have had a good relationship.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, here you go, trying to cause problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would also be interested to see, because of how hard RJ was going for him and Hope, and wanting them to like save their marriage and all that kind of stuff. I'd be interested to hear what RJ feels about knowing that Liam is now circling Steffi.
Well, he's known this for years. He's Liam has been embedded in both of those families for years. I think almost every family member has seen how Liam has treated both Steffi and Hope. And it's RJ really can't say too much about it because he's seen how his dad had worked for years.
Mm-hmm. But no one has ever really called Liam out on it. I guess Eric did once. I remember that scene.
Thomas does.
Yeah, Thomas, of course. Yeah, for sure. Thomas, Eric, and Ridge have all had, their little conversations with Liam and telling him off about how he goes back and forth between the two of them. But you've never seen it on, like, Brooke's side of the house. And this time, it's all Liam right now. It's all him. So that's why I'm saying I'll be interested to see, like, what they would say, knowing that Liam is the one circling Steffi And right now, Steffi is rejecting him. She hasn't given in to anything yet.
I like how you said yet.
Yet. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because they're obviously the writers are going that direction. Look at what they're doing with Sheila. So of course that's going to come between her and Finn. This is what they're trying to set up, is for Steffi and Liam to get back together.
Yeah, and the thing is, filming begins again because they want a hiatus for the past month or so, maybe 4 to 6 weeks for their summer break. So they'll be back on camera and well, filming, that is, next week, the first week of August. The thing is that they're watching how we're reacting to all of this, which will give them some sort of determination on where they want to go. Now, listening to a couple of the folks on the Twitter side of the world in their lives, some of them are saying that Bell loves to go against the fans. So what we don't like, he usually go for. I'm assuming probably some of you guys in the chat, you might think that. What about you guys? Do you think that a lot of people are not happy with the way Liam, or the way they're writing Liam to bring back and ruining Finn in order to get them two back together?
It's annoying. Because why can't you just not leave Steffi and Finn alone? Like, why does it have to be Finn being the bad guy, or whatever you want to call it, in order to make Liam look good, or to get Liam and Steffi back together? Like, why can't you just find another storyline for Liam? Or just let him have a break? Because I feel like Liam hasn't really had a break in a while. Mm-hmm. Let him go away for a little bit. Mm-hmm. He don't need to be on the screen for a couple months.
Yeah,
well, he was in jail, but Thomas let him free, unfortunately.
You said unfortunately.
That would have been the break we needed.
Yeah, why can't they, you know what? Why can't they have Liam be by himself for a while? Thomas has been by himself. Wyatt, as far as we know, we don't never see Flo. Are they even still together?
I ain't heard anybody utter Flo's name in I don't know how long.
Exactly. So I mean, let this dude go somewhere, lick his wounds, and just let Finn and Steffi do their thing, let Thomas and Hope do their thing, and kind of let Liam sit back and watch all of this for a change, because he's been the golden boy between the two ladies for the last 12 years.
Exactly.
It's time out for that dude. Go take a seat and sit down and be quiet and kind of think about some stuff. Go hang out with Wyatt.
Well, he is hanging out with Wyatt.
Well, maybe he can help him find. Maybe he can help him find the best purple suit. Y'all go purple suit shopping. Something.
No, but they then took all the purple suits in the world. There's no more. Pick a different color or a different shade. Go with blue.
I don't know. They need to do something, girl.
I would have preferred if they had went the path of Liam just going down this dark road because his marriage hope is over. He was somewhat obsessed with Thomas for the last however many months because Thomas and Hope were working together, and I thought we were going to see him try to do something to either ruin what Thomas and Hope have, or get into a custody battle with Hope. Like, they could have done so many other things with Liam other than trying to put him back in Steffi's orbit.
I agree with that. I'll even piggyback off of that because Scott Clifton is an incredibly talented actor.
He really is.
You can give him any storyline. I think if they gave him like an addiction storyline, he winning an Emmy for that year, because he will bring so much to the table with that, and it would be nice if we got to see Liam and Taylor in a different capacity outside of a relationship. Like, she could be helping Liam with his addiction. Like, there could have been so many different ways to pair up these characters without a romantic storyline. I do agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Scott Clifton would kill a role where his character was going through addiction or something like that, or depression, or just something different than what we've ever seen him do, which we haven't had that from him yet.
Jenna, you said what? He's playing erotic woman real well.
Oh my God. Jenna is a fool. That girl is silly. They are silly. I just don't. There's so many different ways they could go with this. Now, the interesting thing is at that beach. At that beach, of course, oh yeah, by the way, I thought we were going to get a hot scene this week between Deacon and Sheila. It didn't happen. And I'm like, and I would have been here for it. I mean, we need, But we didn't get that this week. Anyway, we saw the reunion. I thought that was kind of cute. But they could have made this a redemption storyline for Sheila if she was the one that actually saves that baby girl. But I don't think it's going to go that route, because they left us with the girl running out to the water and getting caught in that wave and Sheila yelling. And they just left us right there for today as a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's obvious, since Finn is a doctor, he's going to save the girl. Sheila's going to get the girl. Finn's going to save her. My question is, will Kelly tell her mom and dad that Sheila was there? Or will Sheila and Finn force Kelly to keep a secret? Because you got to think about it. Because Finn is going to save. He's a doctor. He's going to save this girl. It would be scary. This girl is going to say what happened to her parents. My question is, will he tell Kelly not to say Sheila helped him? Or Sheila helped her?
Okay, because Jenna is kind of dropping some things in the comment section, which part of the spoiler for next week is that, the child's life hangs in the balance. So, there's a lot of speculation of what's going to happen from the time Sheila sees this kid and the baby girl in the water. There's speculations that Liam is going to see Finn and Sheila arguing, because as Sheila's running yelling, of course Finn is going to probably get into protective mode, even though he likes us or kind of feeling some kind of connection. There's this whole thing where some folks are thinking that those two are going to get into an argument, and while Sheila is trying to tell him he's not listening, baby girl is in trouble. At the same time, Liam is supposed to see all this, supposedly, and then some kind of way it happened. Now I have just like I had a photo of Chance and Summer. I do have a picture from next week where this dude is actually in tears. So the question is, everybody was speculating when this came out this morning, what happened? Is he in trouble because he lost his marriage? Is he in trouble because something really bad, of course, happened with the baby girl? Y'all will see it come up on y'all end in a second. You see it?
Not yet.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. I don't think they're going to get rid of the Kelly character. I don't
think so either, but you just never know, because this reminds me of Delia and Billy.
They better not.
I don't think they're going to do that, because didn't they, the writers have always sprinkled these little Easter eggs, saying, didn't they say at one point something's going to happen to Katie and Bill's son, and then something was going to happen to Douglas that didn't happen? They make it a bigger deal than what it is. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping, that's why I feel like Finn is going to save her, but I think Steffi's going to be mad and then maybe kick him out the house, and maybe that would be the tears for. But I don't think that nothing's going to happen to the kid.
I hope not.
Yeah,
I mean, the spoilers are, sometimes with Young and the Restless, spoilers are pretty 99.9%. I've been testing it, and it's like, okay, yeah, I saw this coming this day. Yeah, it actually matches up. Sometime with bold, they play games. They throw cryptic stuff out there, and then just like, I don't know if you guys remember, they threw that whole spoiler about Ridge coming back to town with a woman. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
And it never happened.
Yep.
Never happened. So they sometimes put these, just like what was that other cryptic spoiler last week? Oh my God! Everybody was kind of confused about what it meant. I forgot what it was for the week for Friday the 21st. But everybody was like, "Oh my God, what are they talking about?" And it wasn't nothing. It wasn't really anything.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I feel like
Keisha.
this could be something as simple as he just feels horrible for the accident because he took his eyes off her. And
That's true.
I mean, of course, I don't know for sure what they plan on doing with Kelly, but I mean, it could be something as simple as that. Not necessarily that something tragic, very tragic happened to her, or that Steffi kicked him out, or was mad at him, or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, this could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, and plus he's at home. I can see he would be in tears at the hospital if he was like by her bedside, if he was like trying to save her life. Like I can see that, but they're at home. I think he just feels really bad about what happened. But we all know this is going to put Steffi right into Liam's arms. If Finn is crying, we know where Steffi's at.
Well, they doing my man dirty.
Look, J Money said, why Finn looked like his soccer team lost the championship game. J Money is a fool. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think I said this before, but I keep seeing it a lot more now. There's a lot of fans are saying like the only way for Steffi to get away from Sheila is if Hayes is Liam's and not Finn's.
No.
Nope.
That could the way it's nope.
Keisha is a
I see it a lot online, and it makes perfect sense.
But they still also trying to make Kelly belong to Bill.
Well, I mean, Kelly would still be a Spencer. Kelly is still paid. I don't think she would care if it's her granddaddy or her dad. I don't think she would care. She's like, I'm a Spencer. I'm good. But yeah, I did see that, Keisha.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
I hate that they had to do that. I don't know. I didn't even like the whole Billy and Delia storyline where he left the girl in the car, told her not to get out, the dog and everything. She running around a dark road, and here come Adam or Nikki or whoever else, because there was a lot of speculations around that. And then now this situation, you tell her to sit tight and don't move. You turn your back and get on the phone. And then she takes off to the ocean. I'm like, oh my God.
Not only are you on the phone, you have earpieces in.
Well, the thing is, I can understand why he cannot take that call with with the HIPAA violations, and because they tell us that all the time.
That's probably all the reason to be looking at her, though.
Exactly. That I agree with you on. He shouldn't have had his back turned. He should not. I mean, it's not like she gonna understand what you're saying, but why did you have to turn your back toward her?
Right.
My question is, why was Steffi just talking to Liam? Why weren't you with your husband and your child at the beach having family time? But you want to be all up underneath Liam. Why? I'm just saying.
Liam popped up to the house uninvited, like he always does.
And she let him in. She sure did. And Kelly's not there, so he's not there to visit the child. He's there to visit her. So she was okay with opening the door for him to visit her.
Well, the other thing is that there's another spoiler that they threw off, because according to the spoilers that Bo put out, is that they said uh, Steffy and Finn's day at the beach have devastating results. And it's like Steffy wasn't even on the beach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They put that out over a week ago in the spoilers that Steffy was part of this whole thing at the beach. She wasn't even there. She was busy being harassed. No, take that word back. We're not going to use that. She was busy being annoyed by Liam.
Her bugaboo.
Didn't she say something to him about going to, I guess he was supposed to pick up Kelly from Finn or something like that?
All I know is that Steffi said that she got a call that the girl was dropped off because she was over her little friend's house. And the friend's parent dropped off at the hospital, and that Steffi was told by Finn that they were going to go down to the beach. And that you can pick her. And she had told Liam that when they're done, you can take Kelly home with you. That was it. That's all I remember.
That was there?
Say it again.
Is that not why he was there?
I'm assuming. I think he was. Was he there for Kelly or was he there for her?
I mean, we know why Liam. We know Liam going to carve out his time with Steffi, but it wasn't like he was just there just for that. If he was supposed to be there also to pick up Kelly, because I'm assuming that's how he ends up down at the beach, right? Because he sees. You said he sees Finn and Sheila arguing.
Well, that's the speculation, because there's a lot of different ideas. There's a lot of ideas of, Sheila could be the one to actually save her. That's one. The other idea is she's on her way to get to the water and Finn sees her and stops her and they get into a whole confrontation. There's this other speculation that Sheila finds her unconscious in the water and Liam sees that and thinks that she did something to her. So it can go 1,000 different ways. Everybody is just, because they left us where they did today, there's a lot of speculation on that. So, but we do know that her life is hanging in the balance. So whether or not, whether she comes out of this or not, probably on Monday and Tuesday, she's going to be in the hospital. So. Which sucks, because I don't like, with these kids and stuff, it's just a triggering thing for some people.
Yeah, I don't think they really had too many storylines where like a child like not Delia's age, a child like Kelly's age had passed away, at least on B&B. Like the kids are like whenever they do something like that, it's usually like a stillborn or but we see the kids laugh and play like we do Douglas. I don't think there's anything that's going to happen to them where they lose their life. I think she'll probably, unfortunately, if anything, she'll drown, or maybe she's trying to have memory loss. I don't know, but I just don't want anything bad to happen to that baby.
Yeah.
Because the actress is killing it.
Yes, she is.
She is adorable.
She is really adorable. So, I don't know. We gotta wait for this one. Liam is annoying. Finn should have turned his back on the little girl. And Steffi, you need to talk. At this point, it's almost like nobody's even talking about them kisses. They're not even showing the replays of them anymore. It's all about Sheila this week.
Well, there'll be kisses coming pretty soon.
It's funny to listen to you and Keisha, because y'all are on two separate opposite ends of the polars when it comes to Steffi.
I'm trying to throw my girl under the bus. She is dedicated to her man.
Oh, we know. We've seen for over a decade. She be very dedicated, and she'll go.
Oh my gosh.
She'll go to Brooke. So she'll go to Brooke's playbook and make sure she keeps her men, and she's been doing it just fine. I personally, was really happy for Steffy and Finn. I was happy to see her move on, but at the same time, I know it's a soap, and Steffy and Liam, that they're the Brooke and Ridge of this generation, and they're going to eventually come back together. I knew this was eventually going to happen. That picture's going to go right back on that wall, and she's going to go back.
Oh my God! Don't.
That picture is going to go right back up on that wall.
Hey,
we know it.
You remember all that whole several years we talked about that picture on the wall?
Yeah, that picture used to piss me off. Like, girl, let it go.
We used to, before we came over to YouTube and we were just doing strictly the podcast, we would see that picture was so annoying. It's like, Steph, when you gonna take the darn picture down?
It just made her look so pathetic. Like, this man is married to somebody else at this point. He has moved on, and you still got his picture, this big 11 by 16 picture hanging up. I was so happy and said, you need to get rid of it.
Yeah, we talked about that for a very long time, and when she finally got rid of the picture, she was 10 toes down with Finn. We was the happiest girl, and he was a doctor.
And he's handsome.
Fine.
You know, I'm like, Tanner Novlin is rocking it over there. He take his shirt off. He got a little bit of abs or something going on, you know.
Got more than a little bit of abs.
He was so gorgeous. If anyone's gone to like his IG, and shout out to his wife, because I mean she snagged her, she got herself a nice one. Because he's gorgeous. There was one particular picture that he did where he had like nothing, and I think he was just laying like out. If anyone's seen it, I won't give too much, but he's definitely worth the gander. Sorry, Carter.
Oh.
I've IG stalked his page several times.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are very attractive. They're very attractive, you know. I mean, there's some pictures of Kyle. There's a lot of photo ops. So these ops that they've done prior to coming on the show, where they're like audition photos or they were models or something, fire. Some of them. I mean, Mark Grossman, that man has always been dark. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, some of those pictures, he was sexy, but Kyle was sexy in some of his I don't know, they're like the screenshots or like headshots, whatever little modeling photos that he posts. He looks so good. I think there was like one where he had like his glasses on, and like you could see like the hair on his arms. He had a t-shirt on. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna do something fun tonight when we get through with this. We're gonna start rating. We're gonna give a rating to some of these guys.
Oh yes.
We're gonna give a rating. Okay. We gotta talk about Thomas and Hope.
Thomas has been on his best behavior throughout this whole thing, and I've been so happy for him, because he really could have gloated in Liam's face, like
he absolutely could have,
because he said like, I gave her awakening.
Oh,
can you say the same? Like there's could have been so many ways he could have, and you know Thomas really could have gave it to Liam, but he's been mature, he's been sweet, he's been like honorable, and kind of going with the flow of Hope's twisted emotions. And I'm gonna need for her to stand 10 toes down, or at least 9 toes on what she says, versus like having 1 foot down and like 1 foot up. Either you want this man or you do not. It's perfectly fine to say like, hey, I'm going through a divorce, I'm just trying to, work out the kinks. I'm really interested in this man, but I want to have a smooth transition. Say something besides this mess that she's been saying on screen. I'm just so over Hope this week.
Yeah, Hope. I mean, I got to give it to Ridge. I usually am not Bridge is like in my rearview mirror half of the times. But this particular week when he was like, I don't know what you're saying. It sounds like a bunch of word salad, but does this have anything to do with the fact that you got some pipe laid by my son?
I cried.
Oh my God.
It was so funny.
Girl, I was up in here clapping and laughing. I was like, yeah, because she doing a whole bunch of she was just trying her best to tap dance around that answer. And he was like, I don't understand none of that.
She was like, you can get back with Liam or not, but all I care about is my son. So what's the deal with that?
And then she was like, well, I'm just, I'm going through a spiritual journey. I'm trying to find myself. like Liam is great and Thomas is great. We have these kids. These kids are off to, all these academy and schools. I'm trying to be the super mom and run this company. And Rich is like, girl, what does this mean for you and my son?
Right.
Just spit it out.
Yeah, but then you see what she did, right? She moved the goalpost when Ridge said, I care about all my kids. Oh, that means Steffi? Oh, you must know about Steffi. I'm like, no, she didn't.
I did not understand why she felt the need to say that. Like, what was that supposed to mean?
Girl, that was the dumbest question ever. What do you mean, does that mean you care about Steffi too? Yeah, that's his daughter. She's the co-CEO. Why would you ask that question?
You know what I think it is? It's like she's taking accountability. Like she's halfway taking accountability. Exactly. But I think her ego was bruised when Liam did not forgive her. Mm-hmm. And so therefore she just went ahead and just put the blame for whatever reason on Steffi. But I think it even made it worse when Liam told her, I am thinking about Steffi.
Yes, that's
Girl,
exactly.
I wish he had kept his mouth closed, because now you need to figure out why you doing what you're doing. She's been dreaming, fantasizing, probably, I won't go there. She's probably been, getting kind of lubricated and whatnot over the thought of Thomas for weeks.
She went to yoga classes, got stretched out every day. She was prepared for the Olympics.
She was prepared. You've been thinking about this man for the longest time. You've been not coming home. You've been trying to avoid your husband. You've been using your husband to replace Thomas until you got to him. Mm-hmm. You need to own that, sweetie. I'm sorry. Exactly. I'm not saying give Ridge and Deacon, because she had a similar conversation with Deacon. I'm not saying give them the raw, dirty details about what happened in Thomas's bedroom, but you need to say, you know what? I have been feeling something for Thomas, and I'm trying to explore that. That's all she got to say. Stop making this about Steffi.
Exactly. And I've seen people say stuff like, people are expecting her to just talk about her undying love for Thomas, or she's not blaming Steffi. She's blaming Liam and his feelings for Steffi. And it's like, are y'all watching the same show that I'm watching? Because she clearly in yesterday's episode said to Ridge, well, the part that Steffi played in my marriage.
Exactly.
That's directly blaming Steffi for something that she ain't even do. Steffi ain't even thinking about y'all, and you over here talking about her. That's all she's talked about since this whole thing has come out.
It's not like she been showing up at the house, coming up to Spencer. Liam, that's what he's been doing. He's been showing up at the job. There's times where he showed up at the job where Finn and Steffi was in the middle of a kissing session, and he just walk in.
Yeah.
Like he worked there, like he's CEO, and I mean, if anything, he can say he worked for Forrest, or at least that people can vouch for him. I feel Steffi started to interfere when she started noticing Hope's feelings, and then she called Hope out on it, and then she went to Liam. So I can see why Hope would go back and say, okay, she's starting to interfere in my marriage.
Oh God, I'm sorry, Bree. I gotta push back on that one because what Steffi saw was actually true.
Yes,
It was true.
I do think that Steffi was wrong for approaching Liam and telling Liam about it. I think if she wanted to say something to Hope,
she did.
Because like you said at the time, well, she did, but she also went to Liam, and I feel like she was wrong for doing that. She should have minded her business.
Whoa.
If you want to say something to Hope about it, because her concern at that time was her brother, I understand that, but don't go to Hope's husband. That's none of your business.
Well,
right there.
Okay, so from what I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, she said something to Hope. She kept it to herself. Liam kept coming around, always accusing Thomas. It's Thomas' fault. He's manipulating. He's doing this. He's doing that. And then that's when Steffi came out. I don't think it's my brother this time. I think it's your wife. So it wasn't like she sought him out. She got sick and tired of Liam consistently coming to the job, coming to the house, blaming this always on Thomas. And she was like, no, it's not him, it's your wife. That's how that happened. I remember. Yeah. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, so it wasn't like she went and tried to seek Liam out to give him the information. She did talk to Hope to say, look, this affects this company. I need my brother to stay on track. And if you feel in some kind of way, you need to get that under control because we need him to be okay. He just got, counseling and all that type of stuff. And she sat up there and told a bald-faced lie.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's nothing going on. We share a son. No, it's nothing. And sure enough, fast forward to the week of July 10th, it was on.
Yeah. And that's why I was okay with the way Ridge was questioning her, because there were a lot of people that was saying how people need to mind their business. Mm-hmm. Like, that's Ridge's business, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's Ridge's business because he's concerned about his son. And he doesn't want there to be an incident where Hope is doing what she's doing now, which is telling Thomas everything he wants to hear. Mm-hmm. Telling him that he this great man that she wants to be, or she wants him, how he makes her feel like she's the only woman on earth, all up in his face, being intimate with him, but then telling her mom and her dad that she doesn't know what she wants.
Yes,
I don't know what I want to.
Go ahead, Keisha. I'm sorry, I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
No, fine. And it's just that. So, and that's frustrating. And I think there are viewers that are saying, you guys want her to rush into this with Thomas. She just got divorced, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's not that we're trying to rush things with them. It's more so that she says all this stuff to a man that she knows is deeply in love with her and has been mm-hmm. for, 10 plus years. Mm-hmm. She's this man. She's basically making him feel like, he's the best thing since sliced bread. Mm-hmm. But then when she goes and talks to people, it's I don't know. I wasn't the one that wanted to get divorced. It was Liam. I wanted to say, she's saying all of this other stuff to everybody else.
Exactly.
And I don't think that's fair. Exactly. So it's not like Tom was some dude she just met a couple of weeks ago. Like, this man loves her and is in love with her. And she knows that.
And here's the crazy thing with regards to what Hope is telling Ridge. Just say Thomas happened to walk into there one day and he says, so, I heard about so-and-so. How do you feel? And he goes into this whole thing about how Hope is saying she chooses me. She says I'm the one she wants. She's not confused or conflicted, because that's what she said when they were in that office. I have conflicting feelings, but this isn't one of them. And he tells that to his dad, and then of course Ridge already heard Hope's side of the story. If this was in the reverse, people would be saying that she's getting played.
Yep.
So
absolutely,
that's what it would look like if this was him saying one thing to Brooke about how he feel about Hope, and to Deacon which is her father, how he feel about Hope. I don't know. I didn't really, I just wanted this, that, and the third. And Hope is like, well, he said he want me. He chooses me. He's going to be with me. People going to be like, that man is playing you. He telling some world one thing, but then saying something different to you.
Right. And everyone is so... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Bree.
No, I was going to say, like, everyone's so quick to jump down on Thomas at any moment. And people would easily... Actually, we've seen people's reactions. People were easily thinking, like, oh, he manipulated Hope. Yeah. Oh, he coerced Hope to do this. No. And I think for Ridge, he had to defend his son against his wife or his girlfriend, whatever Brooke is to him now, about his son for years, and had to, like, help pick him up, get him back together, and then help him up, pick him back together several times over Hope.
Right.
So you're not going to just 1 minute say that he's dangerous, and the next minute sleep with him, and then not say anything in regards to your feelings about him. No, you have to make that clear, because I've been defending him against basically your family, and now all of a sudden you're saying this is okay. So what changed? What about your feelings for my son has changed?
Right.
Yeah, I was proud of it. Go ahead, Keish.
I was gonna say, it would be totally okay if she did say, I need to figure some things out. Like, just admit that, but also admit that to Thomas.
Correct.
Thomas isn't thinking, it's about to be on. I finally got my dream girl. While she's over here telling everybody else, she's still got to figure out her feelings. And she's not saying that to him.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. If you're going to tell the world that you don't know, I'm not sure where this is going to go, or or not want to even talk about it, then you need to be giving him that same energy. Let's just take this slow, take one day at a time. I don't know what the future is going to hold, so everybody will be on the same page, because with the way she's handling this, if he finds out that that's what she's saying to everybody else, this could take him to a whole nother place. And we don't want Dark Thomas back.
Right. No, we can use break.
I feel like Thomas is so, he's so in love with her that he's going to take Hope in whatever way she will give it to him. Whether that's them sleeping together with no strings attached, or if she did want to put the brakes on, if she just wants to be friends right now, it doesn't matter to him. I think he would allow her to ruin his feelings if she wanted to, because he's just happy that she's finally accepting him in some way. Like, she could run Thomas over if she wanted to. I don't think she would do that. I don't think she would take advantage of his feelings, but I think he would just allow her to do that.
She had.
Yeah.
She's used Thomas for his feelings, years back, but I would say the most recent thing was when the bad acid, where Brooke and Hope were trying to plot against Thomas, using his feelings for her.
Yeah, you're right. She has.
Then isn't that how they got Douglas too? I know he wanted her to be the mom, but they also used his feelings to sign that paper.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did.
So they've been doing this, and I mean, honestly, I think it looks like he's simping right now, which...
I mean, he always looked like that. Come to Hope.
You are correct.
I'm sorry. I love Thomas to death. I love that character, but when it comes to Hope, he has always played the simp role.
Yeah.
There were pockets here and there where he would rebel against her and Brooke. Mostly when it came to Douglas and custody, that kind of thing. But for the most part, he always will circle back around to, I'll do anything for you, Hope. I will always love that kind of talk. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I just this have a potential of going bad, which is what Taylor was trying to tell Ridge, even though Ridge dismissed it about a week or so ago. Because I
He did.
mean,
You know what?
Go ahead.
He did dismiss it, but when he went to Steffi, he was like, he expressed his concern to her. He told her, you're the only one I can talk to about this, or I know that I can tell you what my concerns are about this. But for whatever reason, he won't express that to Taylor, and I don't understand that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was not. I enjoyed the scene between the two of them. Thomas is back to biting again.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a little of that.
Yeah.
I thought they was about to get busy on that table up in there. That didn't happen, but that's okay. We get scenes when we get scenes. We have 4 days of it, but I just don't want this to go bad. If he finds out that Hope is double talking. Some people in the chat is calling her gaslighting.
It does come off a little gaslighty.
Gaslighty?
Yeah. A little bit. It does.
What do you think, Bree?
To be honest, I think she did gaslight Liam towards the tail end of their marriage when it came to Thomas. I do feel that she does that. I don't think she tries to do that on purpose. I think she just tries, in her Hope sort of way, to try to alleviate the situation, or try to, have it be like a peaceful, like, environment, or peaceful morale, or whatever the case is. Because she even tried to do that after, like, a good example is like when Brooke and her were talking and Thomas overheard Hope trashing him. She immediately wanted to go to him. Well, she saw his reaction. She immediately wanted to try to alleviate the situation. It was like, hey, this is, I didn't mean that. She's a people pleaser.
Mm-hmm. That's a perfect way
who's
to
a people
her.
pleaser?
Hope,
okay.
That's why her story can never be straight. She can never be clear about as far as her emotions. She's too busy trying to be the good Hope, the peacemaker, the sweet one. I think she's afraid of being a B, if I'm able to say that. She's afraid of being a B.
Well, Steffi isn't.
At all.
Steffi isn't.
And that's why I was... The first time I've ever been impressed with Hope is this whole little story arc right here. And when her mom busted in on her, the way that she stood her mom about how she was feeling. And what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
This how it makes me feel. Even though when she went back to Liam, she said the little line about if we're going to save our marriage, after she had that 12-hour session with Thomas, which didn't make any sense to me. But at the time when she was, getting in her mom's face and basically grilling her mom about her relationship with Ridge, that's the first ever really been her character.
Gotcha. KY in the chat says it's literally like she's silencing Thomas so everyone can only hear her side and think it's like that based on only what she says, because she really don't want him talking about this. Am I correct?
She doesn't. Yeah, she told him, can we keep this to ourselves?
So she's telling him versus what actually is going on, which is kind of that's really manipulative. Go ahead, Keisha.
I was just going to say, I kind of feel bad for him, even though, we haven't seen him too much since they're all there.
Mm-hmm.
But just knowing that he really doesn't have anybody to talk to about his emotions right now and what he's feeling.
Except for Paris.
Well, Paris doesn't know what happened between them two, though.
We ain't seen Paris. Oh goodness, Paris is poor Paris.
Well, you know what? They should have him have a conversation with Zende. I would think he
I
should
feel
be able to
like
talk to him.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess until now, because now Ridge knows.
Yeah.
He didn't have anybody to talk to.
Right.
Hope was the only one talking to her mom. Now talking to her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Now talking to Ridge, which is odd to me that for whatever reason Brooke set up the conversation between her and Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Why would that conversation not be had between Ridge and Thomas? If you wanted Ridge to know.
Oh, you talking about Brooke telling
Brooke, Deacon, and Ridge are the only three people that know.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen so many parents involved in their grown children's like romantic lives like this. Well, this is the daytime, so I understand it's to 1,000, but like, I feel Hope, her emotions make sense to me. I mean, her whole world has changed. She was like a mom. She was in LA before she went to Italy. A mom, happily married, this and that, even though she was fantasizing about Thomas, and then comes back home, and now her husband wants to divorce her after finding that she cheated, and then she's trying to explore her feelings for Thomas. I think she's just doesn't know how to place her emotions, so she's saying how she feels maybe in that moment. And I feel Thomas, I think, is playing it cool. He knows that this woman is still legally married. You can't just be out willy-nilly, just, out in public with her. Mm-hmm. Like, it's one thing to do that in Italy. No one really knows you in Italy. But, like, in LA, like, people can see you. You also have kids you have to explain this to. Yeah. So I can understand, like, them taking their time about it, even though it's like a ripple effect, because Brooke was going to run her mouth.
Right.
So Hope better figure out her feelings quick, but I think her feelings make sense to me.
Yeah, they do. I just wish she would be more straightforward with Thomas about it instead of telling him what she knows that he.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think she's double talking, so.
Yeah.
I did a video clip of that on Instagram and TikTok about that, where I took the clip where she was talking to Thomas in that office, and then attached that to the same clip that she had with the conversation with Ridge, and it was just like two contrasting stories, so it's one thing if you're trying to figure out your feelings, but the person that you're involved with, they need to be on that same page. If you're not ready to, say, well, I think we maybe need to take this slow. I know we had a night, but don't tell somebody, I'm sure I'm conflicted about a lot of things that's going on in my head, but one thing is not you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you a side eye on that one.
Yeah, I will say though, when she talked to Ridge, that was the first time that she said out loud to anybody else other than her mom months ago that Ridge. Mm-hmm. So she did finally say that again. That was the first time she said it since she had admitted that to Brooke a couple months ago, which she didn't do when she was talking to Deacon and her mom.
That is funny.
Something funny to say real quick. When Hope and Reg and Brooke were sitting at the table, why did I think of the red table talk, like Will and Jada?
Oh my God.
And Hope is like trying to avoid the question, calling it everything but what it was.
Exactly.
I also like that Thomas again trying to give her an out this week, because he told her again, like, it's not too late to try to save your marriage.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Nah.
Yep, he sure did. All right.
As annoying as Hope has been, I will say there is nothing that is topping her scenes with Thomas. Like,
yes. I know you and I were kind of questioning when we was talking on the phone last week on whether or not, what's going on with Annika, and I know J Matt is he's getting married because he's engaged, but it's like, dang, I couldn't be Brittany. No, I can't watch that.
That's what I said. I would be getting some serious side eye. Like, he better be looking at her like that in real life. And he better be doing her like that in real life.
Or if
he is,
or better. No, I mean his fiance. Sorry, not Annika.
No, I know what you meant. Like, if he's doing that for his fiance, oh, girl, congratulations, have a happy marriage.
I don't know. I've always thought Matt Atkinson was a handsome guy, but for whatever reason, I mean, obviously it's these scenes. I feel like his level of sexiness has just gotten higher.
Yes.
He has brought that out in Annika, in my opinion. It's kind of like what Steffi does for Liam. Because Liam, to me, when him and Hope were together, of course, in my opinion, they were boring. But when he was with Steffi, he seemed much more fun. He was sexier. And I feel like the Thomas character does that for the Hope character, because Hope has never been this interesting to me.
Ever.
Forever. I mean, J Matt has played some very sexy scenes, even when he was on Y&R. J Money and I was talking about this about a week or so ago, because he had a floor scene with, I think, Abby, and then he, when Summer wanted to have her virginity taken away, she chose him. And so they had a whole scene with that as well, with him and with her, and it was Hunter King at the time with J Matt. So he's always kind of did some. He's a dark. It's just like Adam. When you put Adam with somebody like Sally and Sharon, and I don't know about Chelsea, but even if they was to throw Adam with Audra, oh my God.
Yeah.
Those two, when you bring that energy, that dark energy that Mark Grossman have, and put that with that sultry seductress as Audra, girl, that would be fire. And J Money and I, we tend to have those kind of conversations. Because I'm still trying to put those different, so many clips. I'm trying to go back in the archives and find it all, because I got to do that video. But I found a lot of different clips so far. It's pretty cool. But
a lot of good looking men on this show.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Chance has taken the cake this whole week. He looked really good to me.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I got to give it to Connor Floyd for his rendition of a sexy man. So.
It's hard for me to get past Hope and Thomas. Like, I've never rewatched episodes of The Bold and Beautiful like
either. At least the most recent ones, like the older ones I watched, but like this here, I think I've seen this like maybe a few times at least. I watched the whole week straight because I wanted to see like Hope and Thomas in the room, and then to see Brooke's face crack. It was a beautiful week.
I know. There was this moment where when they were in the office talking, and Thomas was kind of leaning on the desk or sitting on the desk in front of Hope, and he stood up. And it was something about the way he stood up and the way he looked at her and kind of like moved toward her. I'm like, how this literally everything this man does is sexy. I don't get it.
I think it's with Hope though, because I mean, we did see him kind of with Zoe, right? They tried to chem test him with Paris, But every time he's in the vicinity of Annika, it's just something about those two.
Yeah.
So that's what I think it is. Okay, so we are at the 3 hour mark, and I wanted to do the other fun stuff, and I think we covered everything because we talked about Sheila getting out of jail. We talked about annoying Liam, the beach situation, and then lastly we talked about Hope and the scene in the office, and then of course Ridge and Deacon having that conversation with her. So did I miss anything else on Bold?
That's pretty much it.
Yep. Okay, cool. Let's do the flip the script and take several seats, and then we'll do our ratings for some of these hot guys. If y'all want to stick around for that in the chat, we can. It's Friday night. Hopefully nobody got to go to work. I don't have anything early. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I got a birthday party to go to tomorrow afternoon, but it's not early in the day. So, okay, so let's do our flip flip the script. Our flip the script segment. And for those that are new, our flip the script segment is if there's a particular scene or storyline that you wish you could change. This is where we flip the script. So what y'all got for the Young and the Restless?
You can go ahead.
Let's see. The only thing I can really think about was that really got to me was when Victor confronted or spoke with Phyllis about what she did to her children. I wish she'd just go back and be like, can you imagine the things that you've done to me? Mm-hmm. And your children, you popped up out of nowhere several times and you hurt your children back and forth. I wish that she could, through the many things this man has done over decades to his children before she can ever come for her.
Okay. What you got, Keish?
Not condoning violence, however. and in the scene today when Summer bumped into Kyle in the park and then Audra came trotting along, I kind of wanted Summer to just pop her one good time in the face.
Oh, wow.
Because Audra, she's so full of herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so, and it's like, this girl is about to go through a divorce with this man, and here you are just rubbing it in the face that you and Kyle are banging, basically. And at first I remember thinking, I can't wait for Kyle to find out that Summer has been lying to him, because Summer was getting on my nerves with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's with the way Audra has reacted in this situation and how she has just been so smug, and just that smirk on her face, it just drives me nuts.
Gotcha.
So she would have earned
one. I would have when Victor told Adam to take it or leave it, I want him to leave it. Point blank, period. I want Adam away from that whole dynamic and just start his own company. I'm sick of him going around in circles, but he's signing up for it. So Adam, stop complaining when you keep going back. But this particular time, I wish he had told Victor, you know what, y'all have at it. I need to do my own thing and really do something good at it that really look at, So that would have been my flip. What do y'all got for Bold?
You going, Bree? You still there, Bree?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to think. I would say for Bold, oh goodness, I'll come back to me because I'm trying to piece it together. I know what I want to say, but I can't.
Okay,
spit it out.
Go ahead.
You talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my flip would be that Thomas kind of puts the brakes on with Hope.
Mm-hmm.
I protect his feelings and just, tell her, you know how I feel about you, but I know that you need some time to work through your feelings. before we keep going further with, I think we're just gonna stop it right here, and then when you know for sure what you want, then if I'm still available, you come back and find me.
Okay. My flip would have been either Deacon or Ridge going deeper with their questioning. When you keep bringing up Steffi is the problem, I need you to give me details. What exactly did she do? What did she do? Did he sleep with her? Did she come? She been coming to the house? What has she done? Well, it's Liam. Okay, well, what have they done? Now they don't know about them kisses, but I think
Right.
to get her to kind of see, what you talking don't make sense. You keep trying to make this like
Yeah.
Steffi is doing something to you right now. Okay, well, if she doing something, what does she do? Yeah, you don't have
Yeah, I
anything.
agree.
Yeah, I would have had them like, oh, okay, she has? What has she done? Especially Ridge, because you're talking about his daughter.
Right. I was hoping that Ridge. I hope that would have been Ridge's next line when she said Steffi's role. What role Steffi has played in my marriage. I thought that he was going to ask her, well, what happened? What did she do? I thought he was going to ask her that question. I wish he would have.
Yep. Did you come up with something, Bree?
Yeah, I had to think about a scene with Steffi and Liam. When Liam told Steffi that he loves her, I wish she could have been like, well, I love me too, but I don't love you.
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
need for you to go to work. I'm gonna need for you to go back to work, and you cannot come to my house anymore. Our daughter is not here. What are you doing here? I love me too, but I'm gonna need for you to love me from afar.
There you go, Bree. That was good. That was good. Okay, we got a lot of, well, not a lot, but LaShanta say flip the script, Sheila stayed in jail. Ron Julian said flip the script for Y&R. Is Audra and Chance get engaged? Audra and Chance? How did you arrive at that one?
That one.
Yeah, but Audra and Chance. Bonita Rouse said a whole Finn storyline. Let's see. Flip the script bold for V. Carter. Have Steffi to yell at Liam to quit coming to her house uninvited for him to stay out of her marriage. Yep, I agree. Ron says for bold, Lee gets her license revoked for refusing to save Sheila because she took an oath as a doctor. Okay, you are going way back. Mary says flip the script. Adam walks out on Victor and Newman. Yeah, that's something that I was saying. Jenna says her flip is for bold. I wish Steffi would have told Liam that this is between her and Finn and to just butt out. I agree with you. Jay Money said my bold flip is hoping Thomas do it right there in that office and break her off something proper. That does not surprise me from Jay. Take a seat. Oh, Ron also say flip the script that Bill and Ridge go to jail for hiring illegal FBI agents. Y'all coming up with some stuff. Vinny says have Liam worry more about Kelly than Steffi and have him pick up Kelly from the sleepover. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, instead of being over there at your house, why don't you go pick up your daughter from the party?
Yeah.
Since you so worried about your daughter's safety, go pick up your daughter. That's a good one, Vinny. Good one. All right. Who's taking some seats? Young and the Restless. All right. What you got, Bree? Young and the Restless.
I'm gonna need for the Abbotts, all of the Abbotts, and I'll throw Audra into,
including Billy.
All of the Abbotts, all of them.
All right, girl.
The children, the grandchildren of them. I'm gonna need for them to take a seat and sit in that Abbott mansion since they love to live together and condemn it. We don't need to see y'all for a minute. I'm tired of the storyline. And Audra, I'm gonna need for you to go back on your corner, honey. Thank you.
Oh Lord. All right, what you got, Keisha?
Definitely Ashley and Jack because they're annoying right now. Kyle because he's being a jerk. Audra for obvious reasons. And we're gonna throw Nate in there too because he's still getting on my nerves too. And I can't believe that I don't know if Nate ever thought that he could take over all of Newman at some point in his life. But if he did, he's an idiot.
Yep, I agree.
Because the conversation that Victor had with him sounds like maybe he was thinking at some point that he was going to rise up to the role of CEO of the entire Newman Corporation when Neil couldn't even do it, and Neil was one of Victor's most trusted friends.
Exactly. Nate had more of a shot at being COO over at Hamilton Winters. He had more of a shot with his own family.
Exactly.
Yeah. He messed it up. Yep. My take a seat. I'm sorry. I know that he's a staple, but I gotta give Victor a seat. Now he's already been sitting down, but it's like, dude, let Adam be at his best. Let him do. You want him to do better, but you don't want him to prove it. It's like, how can you tell somebody I need you to do something different, but then every time I get ready to do something different, then you want to try to pull me back in? So Victor, just sit down, go or something. Let Adam do him, and then see what he can do. He might make you shine. You never know. Okay, what you guys got for bold? And don't all go at the same time for this one person.
Let's see. To take a seat. Well, we already know Liam. He and his android can take a seat.
His android.
But I'm gonna need for Wyatt to take a seat, and not just anywhere. I'm gonna need for him to take a seat at either a Macy's, a Big and Tall store.
Oh my gosh.
Walmart. Anywhere he can get any other suit outside of the 163 that we've seen on this program.
Oh my God. Girl, you are silly. What you got, Keish? Oh, were you done? Was that the only seat that you giving out?
Oh, just two. Just Liam and Wyatt, brothers banding together.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right, what you got, Keisha?
I'm gonna need Hope to take a seat because I'm gonna need her to stop bringing up Steffi's name in regards to why her marriage ended. I'm also need Liam to take a seat because he's being messy over there trying to worm his way between Finn and Steffi with that video. I'm gonna need. I'm gonna give Sheila a seat, even though she might be the reason why Kelly's life is saved. But still, take a seat because you're stalking your son.
Okay, cool. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give Finn a seat because he could have sat right there in front of that baby girl with his phones. You could have sat right there. You didn't have to get up to turn your back and take a few steps forward. No, go sit down right there with the sandcastles. Tell her you be off the phone in a couple minutes and you got your eyes on her. So, yeah, I'm going to have to give Finn a seat on that one. And Hope. Oh, my God. Hope needs to take a seat and explain what exactly Steffi has been doing. And you can't get up out that seat until you give us an adequate explanation. All right. Okay, we got Ron. Oh, did y'all done with your seats? I think we got, because you went, right? You went already?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. Okay, Benita said Billy take a seat. Somebody said even Tracy. Ron Julian says Victoria, Nate, and the Abbott family, and Josh Griffin. V. Carter says Victoria always. And also, Barbie says Jack, Diane, Kyle, and Audra. Jasmine Williams said Nate in his fancy suit needs to take a seat. Nate in his fancy suit need to take a seat. Victor just told him that only a Newman will run Newman. Sure did. And Ashlyn Locke found out the hard way. Mary Hilburn says, oh, that's flip the script. Some of the characters move out of the hotel and get their own place. Yeah, I agree with that too. LaShanta says Finn, Sheila, Hope, Brooke, Deacon, and Wyatt. V. Carter says Liam, Brooke, and Bill Bell. I agree with the third person as well. Benita says Sheila, Liam, and Brooke. Ron says Steffi, Liam, Hope take a seat, and Brad Bell. Nicole said flip the script, Hope finally be real and say the reason why I divorced Liam, because I have fallen in love with Thomas. She needs to say that with her whole chest. I agree with you. Let's see. Flip the script, Mary, Deacon, lock your apartment door. Yeah, and even Sheila said, y'all need to lock y'all doors. Y'all don't know who might walk in. I actually saved that clip the next time somebody else walk into somebody's door. Nate is smelling himself in that fancy suit. Let me see. J Money said to you, Bree, can you get Wyatt to take a seat at Brooks Brothers or something, please?
I saw that. I told him, look, any place he can get a suit, a clown suit, a hazmat suit. He can get one of them costumes since Halloween is around the corner.
Oh my gosh.
Anything other than the 380 suits that we've seen of every shade of purple that's ever lived.
Oh my God. That's funny. Nicole Beth says everybody on B&B except Thomas need to take a seat. That's a good one. Liam need to take 5 seats beyond annoying playing detective spying on Finn and that taking that video. That was TA. Vinny said YNR. Ashley and Tucker, just let it be. Who else? Steffi need to take a seat until she decides to tell Finn about them stolen kisses. That's Jasmine. Anybody else? Mary Hilburn flip. Tucker, move out of the Abbott mansion. You are so annoying. And then Flame On said, I guess Finn would get a seat. I agree with you on that one, to turn your back. And then Vinny Bold. Wyatt, because he's worried about Liam and he needs to show Flo some attention. Okay. Okay, so that's all of them. Cool. Alright, so let's get this last thing out the way. We're going to do some ratings and then we're going to call it one. I'm going to name off and you guys could drop no long comment statements or anything. I'm going to drop one name and then you'll give me a rating. And you two will give me 1 to 10. 1 being just so fine. Just drop dead gorgeous. And 1 being, well, you know what 1 is. Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're going to start on Young and the Restless. And we're going to start with present day. I'm not going to go all the way back to 2002. Okay? So...
okay.
We just gonna deal with people that's on the screen, because if we pull the whole 50 years, we'll be here all night. Okay, so let's start with Adam.
7.
Keish.
Man.
What you say?
I do a 7 for him too.
You do a 7? Oh, I'm going to give Adam a good solid 8.5.
Oh, 8.5. Okay, he got extra.
He got a little extra 8.5. I was hoping to see, maybe they'll drop them in the comments. I'm going to keep going because I don't want to sit and wait. I know it's getting kind of late, especially for those on the East Coast or in the Eastern time zone. All right, next up is Jack.
I grew up loving Jack, so I would give him Oh, that's not fair. I'm gonna give him a 6.
What about you, Keish?
Man, I don't know. I don't look at Jack like that. I give Jack a 5.
Okay, average.
Yeah, he's average.
Okay, all right. I could say 5 adjustable 6. He got some bright blue eyes. I'll say that much. Moving on. Billy Boy.
Oh my goodness. Jason Thompson is very sexy. But I'm still gonna give him a 7.
Okay, Jason Thompson a 7.
I'm gonna give him a 6.
I give him a 6 too. I give Jason Thompson a 6. Nate.
Okay, so okay, so that I'm gonna give him a 9 only because I love him from the eyebrows down.
I don't like that part. You tell me you don't like that part in his head.
I don't either. I hate that part.
I don't know why they did that.
I just wish they just cut his hair like a low,
a normal cut.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a 9 though. Once he gets that cut, then he's a 10.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you giving Nate a 9. What about you, Keish?
I'll go with what Bree said because I agree. His haircut has always.
I give him about a 7.
A 7.
Wait, what? Did you? Okay. No judgment.
Yeah, I don't know that the hairstyle just throw it off for me.
All the way down to a 7.
Yeah, plus he throw his whole family under the bus.
I thought we was just doing look.
Okay. I'll give him an 8. And then Jay Money
bullied her into changing her score.
Listen, Jay Money said Nate looked like he about to sing with Boys to Men in 1994. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh yeah. Okay. So I give Nate an 8. I give him an 8.
Okay.
Kyle
Is an 8 for sure. I think when he's not being, a douche, he's actually, he's very attractive. I think when he first came onto the show, he was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Especially with a beard.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, what you giving Kyle, Keisha?
I give Kyle a 8.75. When he has a beard.
Did you say 8.75? Gosh. I don't know. I give him like about a 7.
Jeez. A 7?
It's a tough one.
It's harsh.
Hold on. 5 is average. Average. So a 7 is above average.
Okay.
5 is average.
I can get with that logic.
Yes, 5 is average. Dang, somebody gave Kyle a 5. And Tanika gave him a 4.
Oh, dang. A 4?
Oh, wow.
A 4.
I can't see the comments.
And then TA gave a 5 too. Okay. Next is Devon.
He's a 5 for me.
Dang. You talking about me.
I agree.
Wait a minute. Y'all give Devon a 5?
Yes.
We gave the billionaire a 5.
Yes, we did.
All right. I'm gonna give Devon a 6. Oh, dang. Bridget says Devon is a 5. Dang. Jasmine say a 4.
So to me, he's handsome, but he's not sexy.
Okay.
Right. And I don't know if that's because I've watched him grow up on Family Matters or what it is.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I forgot he was on Family Man. And so was Lily. Lily was on there too. Lily, when she was a little
Mm-hmm.
girl, she kept flirting with the guy that plays Devon, and he was like Richie. Ew. Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
was cool.
it was so cute.
It was cute. Um, Chance.
Oh, we gonna give him a 9.999. Not exactly a 10,
You gonna
but
get
he
Chance a
looks
nine
really
nine
good.
nine nine.
Yeah, 999.9. All them decibels. He looked really good. Him with his shirt off and like the hair, the grizzly. I don't know, but it looked good to me.
Oh dang! Jenna gave 3 sets of 10s for Chance.
What categories?
Oh my gosh! I mean, Chance is getting high marks. Delmonica gave him an 8. Somebody I thought gave him a 9. I don't know. No, that's for Kyle. But yeah, Jenna. Oh yeah, Jenna is love her some Chance.
Yeah, I give Chance it. I give him an 8.5.
Yeah, Chance to get a 9 from me. That picture I posted on. Yep,
Yes, it
I got to
was.
give him a 9. Nicholas.
Nick gets a 10 from me.
What?
Look,
The Nick Newman?
I have always had a crush on that man.
Really?
Yes,
Oh
That
my.
man has been fine all of his life.
all of his life.
He ain't missed not one beat, not one wrinkle. He's like, oh my goodness. I'm going to give Nick a 9.
Jenna gave Nick a 6.
What?
Yeah, Barbie.
Six?
Barbie gave Nick a 6 too.
I'm flabbergasted.
I'm gonna give him an 8. Yep, I give him an 8. Tanika says 7. I don't know.
Wow.
Wow.
Y'all like wow.
I expected him to have some of the highest scores.
Okay, what about Michael?
Who?
What do you mean? Who? Lauren's husband.
I'll give him he gets a 5.
A 5? What?
Yeah. And Bree don't even want to score him. Bree said I'm a pass.
You gonna...
I don't view Michael that way, but I'm gonna give him because he's always been a handsome man to me.
Yeah.
But I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I give him 5. Adjustable 6. So man, TA gave him a 3. Wow. Okay.
That 3 hit different.
Yeah. Most definitely hit different. Most definitely. I'm trying to think that I pick all of the guys on the show. Oh, we forgot about Tuk Tuk.
You know what? With his like sense of humor, like
Hey,
he's not a bad looking.
Keisha said on looks only.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
On looks only. I'm gonna give him a 7. He's a good looking man to me.
Dang, somebody gave Victor a 2.
I didn't mean it that way. Like, look, I thought because you guys started talking about like the character portrayal,
Right.
but like, I guess you can take into account somebody's personality.
Girl, we'll be
Because I was
all
gonna
over
say
the
same
place.
thing.
Yeah, Jenna gave Victor a 2.
Oh, Victor is handsome.
Victor has been gorgeous. I think it's just like it's kind of hard to compare like certain ones to like the guys who constantly like take their shirts off. But Victor's always been a handsome man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well, Bridget Jackson gave him a 0. Dang.
ooh,
They rough in this comment section.
Who's a 10, Bridget? Who's a 10?
And then we got Daniel.
Daniel, for me, is an 8. I've always thought he was a handsome man.
I agree with that. I don't know what it is, but like the camera angles when it catches like his eyes or like certain way like he smiles, I'm like, oh, that's very attractive. So I'm gonna give Daniel an 8.
I'm gonna give Daniel a 6. Dang,
wow.
Jasmine gave him a 4. Jasmine is Jasmine. Somebody gave him a 2. Oh my god.
Not a 2.
A 2.
Oof.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I think, is that all of the guys on screen right now? I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't want to miss nobody. I think that's everybody. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Yep. Okay. We're going to roll over the bowl. Bill Spencer.
9. I love me some Bill Spencer. I'm sorry. That the way he, like, everything about the demeanor, like the eyes, the darkness, I don't know why, but give that man a 9.
I give Bill a 7.5.
Bridget gave him a 4.
Bridget, oh goodness.
Dang, he can't even get average.
Bridget is not playing games tonight.
Right.
J Money asked us, what would we have given Neil and Ray? Neil get a 9 in my book. That dude muscles was
gorgeous.
But his haircut was just as
don't go there.
It was.
I ain't saying nothing.
It was. But he was always gorgeous.
Yes,
well, I will tell you, Shamar Moore is a 10. Malcolm, I don't care what nobody says. Malcolm is fire. And I mean Shamar Moore, Malcolm. What'd you say?
Yes. I said yes, he is definitely a
my gosh.
He's a beautiful man.
Who, Shamar? Oh yeah. Yes he is. Yes he is.
Another man fine all of his life.
Yes.
But Ray Rosales, I would have gave a 9. Ray was gorgeous.
I agree with that. I loved his eyes. He had really, I don't know what it was about his eyes, but
you just said, oh my god.
How to explain it.
I wasn't I would say Kane was probably about a 6.
A 6?
Oh wait. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I would give him a 7.
I would have given Kane an 8.
Really?
At least. Yeah, he's another, like, just, I don't know. He's one of those rugged, handsome men. His looks, anyway.
I would have gave Michael. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I say I agree.
I would have gave Michael Muni Adam a 9.
I would have given him a 6.
I don't think I would have rated him, to be honest.
Oh my god, you're so silly.
I would have given Justin Hartley's Adam a 9.5.
There you go.
What about Billy Miller? Billy Miller.
That's a 9.5.
Yeah, he's my favorite Billy.
Yeah, I like that Billy. I mean, nothing wrong with Jason Thompson, but Billy Miller.
No, yeah.
Billy Miller.
I have my favorites,
What'd you say? J Money said that you hardcore, Keisha.
I think I've been fair with my scores. I ain't over here giving out 3s and 4s like y'all doing in the comments.
I haven't given out any 3s and 4s either, so. Nope, I haven't given out any 3s and 4s. Okay. I ain't finna be digging in the archives for all these other people, but those are the ones on top. All right, let's go over to bold. Who did I start out with? Bill. What did you say about Bill? You said a 9.
9.5. 9.5.
Yeah, I give Bill a 9. That man is cut. Yes, he is.
I think I gave him.
What?
I think I gave him a 7.5 or 8. I can't remember. 8.5. I forget what I said.
Bill is getting a lot of 10s in this comment section. Jasmine gave him 3 sets of 10s. Alright, what about Deacon Sharp?
Deacon looks good. I will say that. I'm going to give him an 8.
Keish?
Also an 8.
I'm going to give Deacon a 7. Give him a 7. He alright. Finn.
Ooh.
9.5.
Okay, hold on, Keisha. What's the other half missing? What would make him a 10?
Facial hair.
Oh, you want some hair on that chin.
I love men with mustaches. And, not mustaches, beards.
Bridget
and I feel like if he had a beard, it would just be, I don't know, it would be even more handsome.
Well, he's getting some 9, 7s, and some 10s for Finn. Jasmine said the hair kills it for Finn. I guess that's a good thing.
She doesn't like his hair?
I don't know if that means a good thing or a bad thing. I guess she'll elaborate. Wyatt.
Wait, Bree didn't rate
Finn. Oh, Bree, did you rate Finn? Bree, you still there?
Yeah, I said I give him a 9.
9, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what you giving Wyatt?
I'm gonna give Wyatt a 7. I feel like when he first came onto the scene, he would have been a 9, but as of late, I don't know, I give him a 7. I don't know.
Okay.
I give him a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Keisha. About a 6. I can see that. Thomas.
Ooh, that's that 9.999. That's that spiritual awakening.
Wait a minute. You hold on. You going off of that whole sex scene while we talking about looks. Dang, Benita said 10,000. I'm gonna have to get Thomas a sip.
A 7?
I just need a little bit more muscle on him. Kind of cut. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's there. He just has to get back to his CrossFit days.
Yeah, exactly. Shanda gave him a 6.
Jesus.
But Thomas getting some 7s in this comment.
At 20? Okay. Yes.
Tanika says, and Nicole said Thomas is 20. Fine as hell. Okay.
It's a 9. It's a 9 for me.
It's a 9. Good night,
Those
Mary.
Dimples,
go ahead.
Those dimples get me every time.
Oh my God. Nicole said Thomas is 1 million BDE.
Yes. I agree with that statement.
Yeah, well, but his energy is like he got BDE. You know what I'm saying? I give him a 10 on the BDE. I don't know about the rest. I give him a 7. Because he put Hope to sleep, so.
Right.
And it went right back to it.
That girl was, when she woke up, her eyes was like she had been drinking. I've been drinking. Ain't that what Beyonce say on Drunken Love? She's been drinking. Okay. Yeah, somebody, a 7 for Wyatt, really. Yes, a 7 for Wyatt, J Money. Oh, yeah, Jenna said Thomas is a 10. And Vinny said a 9 for 9 toes. How did... Sheila ain't got nothing to do with Thomas. Okay. Liam.
If we're
And not because he's a waffle boy.
I would actually give Liam, I give him an 8.5. I think he's very handsome.
I'm going to give him a solid 8. I will say that he's tight. His body,
yes,
Clifton has been in the gym.
Yeah,
yes.
As much as I can't stand how annoying he is, even though I like Thomas, I'm gonna have to give Scott Clifton an 8.
Yeah, he does have a nice body.
Oh yeah, his abs is cut, man. Woo-wee.
And I love Liam with a beard.
Me
or
too.
Scott Clifton, I don't know if we're going by the character or the actor. But
yeah, we can just say Liam. You know. Yep. RJ.
I'll give him an 8 because his body is just.
Oh my god.
I mean, he does have a nice body, but I'm gonna have to give RJ a 6.
Tanika Thornton in the comment section said Tofu Boy gets a 6. Man, listen, RJ got a nice body, but the Zoom shirts gotta go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, just for physicality, I give him about a 7.5. But I mean, you work for one of the biggest designers in the world, and you wearing that. Come on now. All right. Ridge.
I'll give him a 7.
You giving Thorsten K a 7? Okay.
I like the ruggedness.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's what I like about him. I give him an 8.
Jenna gave RJ a 2.
I felt dirty doing it. Oh my gosh.
Now, what'd you say about Ridge though?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I said an 8.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Delmonica said a -7.
Damn.
It's very specific.
I know. Honey, Bree, what you got for Ridge?
Oh, I said a 7.
A 7, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Now Ridge with the glasses, 8.5.
Oh yeah, Ridge did put on some glasses last week, didn't he?
Mhm.
All right, cool. What about Zende?
I'll give Zende an 8 because I like the way his hair is cut short. I think he's a handsome guy. I'm gonna give him an 8.
Okay.
From what I've seen in the credits.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna give him a 7 because he's handsome, but again, like Divine, I don't see him as sexy, so it takes some points away.
Okay. Okay. And I'm trying to think, am I missing anybody?
Carter.
Oh, Carter. Oh, dang it. I haven't seen him on screen in a while. Yo, go ahead. About Carter Walton.
I mean, you should already know this answer.
Come on now, Bree. Put it out there.
You know how I feel about my husband. My soap husband. But like, well over a 10. That's a 20. That's a 50, 100. That's
a gazillion.
That's a gorgeous looking man. Especially when he has like the gray stubble that peeps in his beard. Ooh,
Yeah, I'm gonna give Carter a 9.
Carter gets a 10 from me.
Well, he got a lot of high numbers in his comment section. I ain't seen nothing below an 8.
I mean, he's got a perfectly chiseled face, the 5 o'clock shadow, the nice, neat haircut, and his body is ridiculous.
Okay. Yep, he sure does. All right. What about Eric?
That's not fair.
What?
Eric is still a handsome man. I'll give him a.
He is handsome, but he's like, I don't know. It's like Victor, where you think.
I'm gonna play
I'll
it
give
safe.
him. I'll actually give Eric a 7.
Dang, Bridget Jackson gave Eric a 10. Okay, Bridget.
Okay, so now we know so now we know the scale. So Eric is number 10. Who was number 2 for her? I just wanted to know the scale.
Did she want to give Kyle a 2? Didn't somebody give Kyle a 2?
Somebody gave Kyle a 2.
Ooh, a 2?
A 2.
A 2.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, to each his own. To each his own.
I gotta pull somebody out of the archive, and I am going to pull. Is his name Dallas? The one that plays Daisy's husband.
Oh. He was
What was
He
his?
was the one that came on. Like, that was Steffi's first boyfriend, right?
What is his name? Marcus.
Marcus. Oh, Marcus. Texas Battle.
Texas Battle. Where did I get that name from? Okay, yeah, Texas Battle.
Texas.
Gorgeous.
That man.
That's a 9.
Yeah, that's got to be a 9.5 right there.
I give him an 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Thorn?
Which
one?
Both of them, because you got Ingo Rademacher and then you got the original Thorn with the spiky hair.
I'll give them both a 7.
A 7.
I'll give original Thorn. I'll give him a 7. I'll give Ingo Rademacher. How do you pronounce it?
Ingo Rademacher.
I'll give him a 7.25. I think he's just a tad bit handsome.
All right.
A tad bit more handsome.
Okay, what about Justin?
Oh, forgot about Justin.
Yeah.
Let's give him an 8.5.
Yeah, Justin is attractive.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah, he is. Depending on how his hair is.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
When it doesn't look like a giraffe sucked the top of his head and made his hair stand up.
No, she didn't say that.
Slimy.
No,
he's a 9.
A 9? Okay. That's cool.
He's a good 8.5. A good 8.5 for Justin.
Dang, I think I covered everybody in there.
What about Mike Guthrie?
Oh, God. Girl.
What's the security guard's name?
Oh, my God. Did you just say Mike Guthrie?
I sure did.
Oh, you
and
really?
And the security guard. Charlie.
If we're going to do that, then let's get the LAPD.
No, now y'all bringing everybody up in here. Okay, somebody said Ron Mossridge.
Oh, yeah, we got 2 ridges. Ron Mossridge. Oh, I used to think he was gorgeous, especially with the goatee. I give him an 8.
It was a 5 for me. I hated his hair.
I'll give him a 6. Oh, and then we got a couple of Ricks.
Oh, Rick and Nick. Rick and Nick.
Oh, Nick. Yeah. So Rick, the last one to play Rick, which I can't remember his real name, I give him. Yes, I would give him 8.5.
Okay.
I'll give Jacob Young an 8 and give Kyle Lauder a 9.
Yeah, I give them both an 8 and call it a day.
I give the other one a 7.
All right.
6.5.
6.5. We got a bunch of Thomases too.
Oh yes, honey. The Thomases have all been beautiful. The first Thomas, 9.5. Because he's got another one, like a chiseled face, a model body, ridiculous. I loved him. The Thomas after him, 8.5.
Okay. Yep, I agree. I would give the Thomas. Well, this Thomas I gave a 7. I'll give the other Thomases about a 6.
Oh Jesus!
Whoa. I'll give there's a lot of Thomases. I realized there was like 4 Thomases. But Matt,
I didn't like the too Thomas.
Whoa! Somebody too close to the phone.
Oh, that might have been me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. What you say now? J Money said Charlie and Captain Baker.
Oh wow, Lieutenant Baker.
Lieutenant Baker.
Oh my goodness! But the Thomas series overall, I'll give an 8. But Matt Atkinson will always be the 9.999.
Oh, of course he is, because you think he's landing pipes.
And he's acting very well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Matt Atkinson is a cute guy. All right.
Yeah.
And now he talking about some Charlie and Lieutenant Baker. I give them both a 5 and call it a day. It's average.
We'll just go with your scores.
Oh, I think that's everybody. We just dug in the archives. Now I got one big final question for everybody. If you want to answer it, fine. If you don't, and then we're going to shut it down. Pick one person from The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful, smash or pass.
Okay. Oh, we have to pick one?
So,
or are you going to give us names?
I'm going to run through it.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Y'all ready? Because it's going to be fast.
Yep.
Adam.
Smash.
Kyle.
Smash.
Daniel.
Pass.
Smash.
Whoa. Oh, that's right. She did. She was a Daniel. Okay. Nicholas.
You know I love Daniel.
Nicholas.
Smash. Multiple times.
Oh. I know you just didn't say that. Keisha is funny. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Dang, I drew a blank just that fast. Nate.
Oh, smash. A lot.
She said a lot. Jack.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
Billy.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
Who else? Devon.
Pass.
If he can give me the scene he gave Abby, I'll
What'd you say? That whole bedroom scene that he gave Abby? Okay.
Yeah, if you can do me that, I'll smash.
Okay. Who else? I'm drawing a blank now. Kyle.
Smash.
I'll smash.
Okay. I said Billy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm trying to. We had a whole list of folks. Shamar is a definite smash.
Yes.
Chance is definite.
Chance is a definite smash. Oh dang! Oh, I don't know who all these people pass. I see a bunch of passes in the comments section. Victor.
Pass.
Yeah, we're gonna pass him along to Nikki.
Oh my God, y'all are crazy, crazy, crazy. I think is that all the dudes? Would y'all would have smashed Ray?
Yes.
Oh, in a heartbeat. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, 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 okay. I think did I cover all the dudes? Who am I missing?
I think you got everybody.
For the most part,
I
yeah.
think I
I
went through
think
them
that
pretty quickly. Okay, bold, 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 bold. Ridge,
pass.
Yeah, I'm a pass.
Bill.
Oh,
Pass.
smash.
Oh,
Smash.
Keisha said pass. Okay. Liam.
Smash.
I want to smash just to see what it's like.
Well, go ask Hope. Maybe she'll tell you.
Or Steffi.
Or Steffi, right? Go ask them. Wyatt.
Pass.
Bree.
I'll pass. Yeah.
Bree. Okay.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. We got Deacon.
Smash.
Smash. Yeah, for sure.
Really? Even though he been with Sheila?
He been with Brooke too.
Yeah, that's true too. Oh my goodness. And Thomas.
Oh,
Smash and smash and smash.
I want that full week. I want that full episode. That whole week.
Listen, the smash with the bites and the scratches and all of that good stuff.
All of the smash.
All of that.
All of it. All of it. Just it'd be like, can I place an order? Give me what Hope had. Oh my gosh.
I want the awakening order.
All right. Carter. Bree. Carter.
Smash.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
You already know the answer to that one.
Whenever he leaves the wife.
What Janet Jackson say? Anytime, any place.
Anytime.
Oh Lord.
Any place.
Listen, don't give me a copyright strike, okay? No, I'm just kidding. And Justin?
I'll smash.
Pass. I'll pass that one.
I'll smash.
Oh, Jay Money said we didn't ask about Tucker.
Oh, pass.
Yeah.
I don't know. Audra enjoyed it.
Audra's door is open. It's an open door policy.
Literally everybody.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the door-to-door marketing she did when she delivered Nate's suit up to his door.
Oh my God.
Right.
Listen, Nicole Beth says she will smash Thomas to infinity and beyond.
Me too, Nicole.
Bonita says smash forever and ever. Dang.
Wow.
Between Carter and Thomas, they on the top of the list. They're on the top of the list. And then RJ.
Pass.
That's a definite pass for me. That dude probably old enough to be my son. Bree. Oh, I'm done recording. Okay. All right. So we got cut off, you guys. So if you don't hear Bree and Keisha, for some reason it got cut off. So we're gonna stop right here. We've been at it for 4 hours. This is a 4-hour show, but at least we've had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming in. I enjoyed it. We're going to end it right here. We'll do some more fun stuff like this on the next live, so you guys can keep coming back and we'll have some fun with it. Okay, you guys? So, yes, it was a fun game. So, we're going to end it right here. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Also, turn on your notifications so you'll be notified of the spoilers, the updates, the cast updates, the chats, everything we do on this channel. I can be followed on Instagram, here on YouTube, TikTok, and also Twitter. And now also on Threads too. And it's all on the CBS Soap Dish Recap. So have a good night, you guys. And until then, we will see you next time. Bye.